Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 93.
93.
Peter Nedved, go.
Satan? Was Satan on there?
No,
he was 81. Never mind. 93. That's a weird-ass... I don't know.
93.
Yeah, Peter Nedved, man. Fucking, he played
Is
all
he
over
the
the goddamn
only
place.
one?
Well, he played for Pittsburgh and St. Louis. He did his shit. He was good. Vancouver, yep. Peter Nedved. Whatever.
Come on,
93.
There's got to be another.
I don't know. I'm not, don't waste my time on this.
So weird.
We got shit
it's
to talk
dark
about.
already. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
We're never here when it's dark.
Yeah, no, I know. We're not here when it's dark, and it's a little depressing. That's fine, but it's like we're in fucking Alaska. Imagine being in Alaska and just having like
I've been there.
20. You've been there one time. You haven't done shit.
You didn't
do anything.
10 days there.
Yeah, but you didn't shoot anything. You didn't survive on your own. You didn't make your own goddamn fire. So if you go to Alaska and you don't do shit like that, I don't care. I don't care.
I drove down the Seward Highway in one of the biggest blizzards you've ever seen, dude, with horned sheep
talking to
everywhere.
Canadians.
Horned sheep
You're talking
everywhere.
to Canadians. Don't fuck
Well,
with
they know what I'm talking about.
Don't fuck with them.
They know.
No, because they text me. They fucking reach out to me like telling Andy to shut his stupid ass mouth.
Where's the hardest, most difficult
place to live
in Canada?
I would say. Okay, I would say probably.
Like gets the most, biggest winters, you know?
I'd say Saskatchewan because it's a desert up there. There's always wind. So when it's cold and the wind hits you, it's fucked up. So like Alberta, Saskatchewan, shit like that. But as far as traveling, because that's all flat. As far as traveling, I think the foothills of British Columbia, when it's still kind of cold until you get into that kind of mild territory where it's like 40 degrees, hitting the foothills.
It's not in British Columbia.
The foothills start up though. It's like it's Calgary hits it, and then you hit the Rocky Mountains there. But then you go a little further. So I say somewhere
we're in like Alberta.
So somewhere like in the midst of almost British Columbia. Still, you got Alberta. I think it's Alberta.
What about like Newfoundland?
Oh God, yeah, that's cold too.
Come on now.
I know, and that's sea cold too. So like you get the cold from the fucking ocean and shit like that. Yeah, those Newfies, man.
The whole country.
They fucking party out there. I love all y'all.
We love all the
I fucking
Newfies.
love all you motherfuckers. A lot of STDs up there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is that fact?
No, all you guys know what I'm talking about. All you Newfies, like, listen to me. You know you got STDs up there. I play with some cats. Look it up. There's STDs. Big time.
Look
in
it up.
Newfie.
Is this like is this on the internet?
Where are the most STDs at in Canada? Oh, fucking Newfoundland. That's what you do. So it's weird because you can't get off that little area, I guess, and it just stays there. I don't know.
Yeah, it just stays.
Isn't that weird?
Can't get rid of it.
I know a couple cats that
got to quarantine for how long?
Oh fuck, man! Like, yeah, he got ST. Just fucking eat those Zithromax packs like I used to do.
Are you back to quarantining now? Or are you kind of like, are you there yet or
Dude,
no?
I got radio shit, man. I got the radio podcast had their hooks in me, baby. So I'm everywhere. I'm doing radio shows and everything, baby.
So there's talk about the vaccine.
Yeah,
like 95%. I need the other 5%
Isn't
to
it
get
so
in
funny?
There. Hold on. Let me ask the question.
Go ahead.
95% cure rate or whatever.
Yeah.
What's 95% what? Like, what is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
Hold on.
Ask me a fun question.
So 95% it works. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Some say it's like 93%. Some say 95%. Would you be one of the first people to take it?
Fuck no. I told you that. No, I will do it, though. But I don't want to be the first one to do it because I heard weird-ass things about it.
What can happen?
I don't know. Do I look like a fucking doctor to you?
What are you afraid
I'm
of?
not making fucking vaccines up. I'm not doing it. But if they're like, hey, Cam, we made this up. Can you be the first one? I'm like, no. Take the monkey. Take the rabbit. Take the gopher. I don't give a shit. I love animals. But I ain't doing it on me first, homie. I need to see. I don't want my dick never to get hard again. I don't know. Maybe it's extreme what I'm saying right now, but how the fuck do I know? I don't trust any of you motherfuckers. Any of you. I don't trust any of you.
Pfizer?
No, listen to me. Pfizer might be all you guys, you lie to us all day long in every aspect of life. All you do is lie. Lie.
Who are you talking about?
The media, the politicians, everybody lies. It's one big fucking scam. And I'm like, now I want to take this? I'm like, no. Like, maybe not, but if everybody else does, I'll do it because I'm a trooper. I'll do that. But you tell me, okay, so in the Post-Dispatch in St. Louis today, 95%, and there's no side effects. How the fuck do you know? And if that's the case,
have they tested it on horn sheep or anything? Or
exactly.
No?
Go first. I don't give a fuck. And if that's the case, why aren't we celebrating? Why do I open the St. Louis Post-Dispatch every day and it says, doom and gloom, we're all dead, help us all die, kill yourself, fuck all you down motherfuckers. I'm up all day.
Negative.
I'm happy.
Yeah, negative
you negative motherfuckers. Don't bring me down. If there's a goddamn cure, we should be all happy. If not, let's settle down and wait for one to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing, social distance, wear your fucking mask. But don't, I hate the doom and gloom, and I hate the, hey, everything's good. Then what the fuck is it? Motherfuckers, I don't trust.
Okay, so you're not taking it.
No, I will.
When will you take it?
When you take it first, dick.
Okay, question. Do you take it when you have symptoms? Do you take it when you've been diagnosed? Or do you take it?
Ask me this
shit? You take
shit?
it like it's a flu shot.
Andy, I'm not taking shit until
motherfucker.
Until everybody's lined up to take the goddamn thing, and I look at my mom and dad who are going to take it before me. I want them in line before me. I want them to be safe before me. Okay, I'm not taking it until everybody else is doing it, and I'm like, is this the way we go? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do it then. I'm not going to be like, I'm not anti-vaccine. I'm not anti-COVID. I'm not anti-anything. I want the right shit in front of me, I don't trust you motherfuckers. That's it.
What if it came in mango flavored?
Oh, goddamn, baby. I'll snort that shit.
You like that if it came mango.
I know.
Pfizer.
I don't mean to be like that with everybody.
Well,
but
you kind of are. I didn't know you was going to get you this going.
Well, this is in front of us. All you guys, you got to understand where I'm coming from. Do you guys trust everybody? Everybody listening right now, you guys are from Alberta, Saskatchewan, Jersey, fucking Europe.
Chicago, California.
Sweden. All you guys are from everywhere. Do you honestly trust your government? Do you trust anybody?
We have
I kind of don't.
I got to give a shout out to a guy who sent us a message who's in Belgium, dude.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, he's in Belgium.
No, I get my own messages, Andy.
No, do you?
Out the wazoo. Thank you.
Oh, you're just getting to those, by the way.
You get a couple the other day? Good for you.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Well,
start messaging Andy. No, I want you messaging me.
Somebody sent me a message, actually kind of funny, saying that they had a dog missing in the rich part of Ladue. If it comes down your way, let me know.
I know.
Well, it was actually a good line, though.
They chirped you pretty good on that.
And I hope they found the dog.
I also remember the time, and I'll say this, and there's so many messages that people send me, and I fucking love it, and I read all of them. And there'll be long, long ones. And I know all you guys say, Cam, I know you're not going to read this whole thing. I do. Either I'm on my toilet doing it, I get up and I'm on my computer in the morning getting my show ready.
What time do you wake up?
6:30. Every fucking
alarm
morning.
or no?
Fuck no, motherfuck. The fucking sun's beaming in at that point. I'm like, what's up, baby? Let's go. The sun's up, I'm up. I get the doggy, I get the kitty cat by me, I get my laptop out, I start cruising through shit like, what's going on, baby? What's up? I get my notes down for my radio show. That's when I do my research. I absolutely love it. I forgot what we were talking about. What did you ask me again? The vaccine? No, you asked me a question. I forgot it. Oh, God. Andy, you're supposed to have the brain in this goddamn...
What do you mean? I don't know.
I was going somewhere with something. Okay, I don't know. Help me here.
I'm trying to, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I asked you a question.
What was the question?
Would you take the fucking vaccine?
And that's where I was going.
If it was mango flavored.
Yeah, and I said I'd snort it. But anyway, guys, here's the point. I don't give a shit. No, don't edit. Let it flow. Who cares? We're all confused, guys. Everybody's confused.
We're all
confused.
And
if you're one of those guys that's like, I know what's going on, then I think you're lying to yourself because no one really does.
Well, let us know.
Let us know, and I'll ride with you.
Okay, can I ask you this?
Holy macaroni.
Okay. Listen, the NHL and the players, they agreed to a CBA extension, and now all of a sudden, they want a do-over? Am I getting this right?
Yeah, you're kind of getting that right. Alan Walsh is on that.
A do-over? What?
Now they're like, okay, well, they already put...
We got to do this again?
10%. Now it's an extra 13% out of the salary.
I don't have the brain power to go over this again. I just want to, start talking about training camps open, games being played, let's get a schedule, when's the first game, and now you want to, talk about the... negotiation,
again?
Back at the drawing table with a bunch of guys. Listen, I'm not going to chirp the guys that are on the committee for the NHL. It's all good. They're doing it. Other people aren't. So this isn't about the people who are on the 16-member committee for the Players Association, but random group of players. I mean, very random. I'd like to see some of the bigger names take a little bigger role in getting this thing completed. Let's go. All those individuals who drive the game, drive the sport, drive the game from a revenue standpoint, financially. I want to see those individuals.
We don't have LeBron here, dude.
I get that.
No, we don't know, but just so I know what you're saying.
And I told you that. I said LeBron James,
LeBron's LeBron.
When it's the NBA, he's the biggest leader on the court, and also he takes control off the court. I'm not saying it has to be Crosby. It doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be him.
McDavid.
It doesn't have to be any of them.
It's an interesting collection group of players.
How about the smartest motherfuckers that are a part of the game?
Mm-hmm.
You think Crosby's like, oh, I want to be a part of it? He's got his own shit going on.
We need Killorn.
No, you don't. Yeah, no shit.
He went to Harvard.
Yeah, he went to Harvard.
All the Harvard boys.
But my point is, like, who gives a fuck if Crosby's not in it? Now, in basketball, it's completely different. You have one or two guys that completely not only control the league, they control the ownerships. You think LeBron James has the owner come down and say, hey, I need you to cut your hair a different way? Well, you fucking
Yeah, because LeBron looks across the table and he says, listen, you're not the only billionaire in here.
And not to mention, LeBron makes decisions for the league, and the league gets pissed and the players get pissed at him. So he's so big, you cannot compare LeBron James to any
to
fucking...
Crosby or McDavid.
None of them. We don't even know who the big boy is in the fucking NHL. They're all pretty even.
Who would you say it is?
Loud-wise, who won the most cups and shit like that. I mean, it's got to be probably Crosby, but he's not that. So no one. So that's why you have collective group of smart players who, honestly, so when you're in an NHL team and they come in with the NHLPA shit and people like...
I'm not so sure this is the smartest group of players either.
Well, you don't know.
Well, I'm just saying.
How the fuck do you know?
Well, how do you know it is?
Because I know.
You don't know.
Because I've been in a locker room and you haven't.
Yeah, but...
No, shut up.
But you know this is the smartest... Of all the players in the league, this is the smartest group of players.
I know the best players on the teams aren't the smartest players on the team.
I get that.
So just remember that.
I get that.
So that's why you asked me that question.
But I'm not saying that.
Here's how it goes down. You're in a locker room. They come in. You volunteer. So whoever...
And let me just say this to you.
No, I'm not done. So... When they have volunteered, anybody could be like, I want to do it. No, I got 3 kids, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. But the guy that's been in the league 5 years, who has a wife, they have kids, he has nothing else to do, he doesn't party, he doesn't do shit, and he's fucking a mathematician, and he might be the 5th defenseman of the league. He's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. I know what the fuck's going on. I could read all this shit. I have nothing to do because I'm a fucking nerd. But we like you. We like you because you're a nerd, because you're smart, and you're going to help out the
But there's
NHL.
a lot of smart
Those are the
guys. And a lot of players right now are saying the same thing. They won't come out and publicly say it. And a lot of former players are saying the same thing. And a lot of the current guys.
Just because you're a good player doesn't mean you know what's right.
But I'm not saying that.
Well, you are saying that.
No, you don't
Then
have...
what are you asking me then?
It's just a strange group of players. You have guys who have gotten bought out. You have guys who...
You're looking at it in a different
angle.
angle.
People who aren't familiar with.
Who's got the best voice on how to present something?
Who does Biega play for?
Fuck, I don't know. Is he smart?
I don't know.
I don't give a shit who he plays for. Did he go to college? Can he speak well?
Do you have to...
is he smarter than me?
Do you have to pass a test to be on the 16-member committee?
No, you just have to know.
I'm not saying they're smart or not smart. Again, the focus, we're losing focus here because I'm not focusing on the guys who are on there. I'm more about the guys who aren't on there. And
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
So now
if
we're back,
Crosby's on there.
but we're back to this every day. Now we're talking about this.
So the point is,
know
like,
what I mean?
Here's the point.
I thought we were past this.
The owners are like, okay, we made a deal with you, just like you bought your fucking house, or I'm buying a house, right? And they're like, here, it's fucking $820.
And then 4 months later,
like, no, I want it $920.
I want to change it.
I want it $920. I'm like, what, dick? Fuck. I just got my fucking loan. What'd you say to me? $920 now? You fuck. So now we're like, well, what? Okay, pandemic style. Okay, now you gotta. Now listen. I was a player. I played for 10 years. I know the guys. I understand it. But when I look at this whole thing, all honesty, guys, and I know I'm being hot take with the stuff, and I'm sorry, and I hope you guys understand where I'm trying to get from. But what we're doing right now, Andy, me and you, if somebody had to win in this fucking battle between the players and the owners, who do you think I want to win? Go ahead, ask me that.
Between the players and the owners,
who do I want to win?
Well, I would hope the players, since you're a former player, but maybe you're saying the owners.
Fuck no, not the players. I want the owners to win this. Everybody's chirping the owners like, Tom owes these guys. What does Tom Stillman owe anyone with anything? Mid-market team pays up to the cap every fucking time. We'll pay your fucking. We'll trade a guy and pay him $7 million a year, whether that's not part of their motto or not. He'll still do that. What does he owe anybody? If I want anybody to be healthy, do you think I want that player that made $60 million?
You need the owners to be healthy.
Exactly right.
Because that drives the league, obviously. But let me ask you this, though, just to go on the other side.
Go ahead.
Because that's where a lot of the frustration exists right now.
I get that. Go ahead.
Because the two sides came to an agreement. And now a few months later,
I understand that.
The league is trying to
I get where the frustration
to change some
totally.
Things. So if you're a player, you're
I'd
like, wait a minute, like what?
I'd be pissed too, and I completely understand that. If I'm the players, I'm like, no, I'm making $500,000 now. I'm only gonna make like 120, and I gotta play 70 games in a bubble. Like, fuck, I get that. But in the end, Do I want the players to win out? Do I want the players to win out on big contracts when the organization's going back and forth like the Petro situation? Do I want the organization to give him a no movement clause because he was great and want to stay? Not really. I want the organization to be healthy, because if it's not, then who gives a fuck at the players, because they're not going to be there anyway, because the organization's fucked. Then the city's fucked, and all these people there are getting paid by the organization are fucked. Speaking
of Petrangelo, he bought a nice-ass crib.
Yeah, he did, dude.
I'm happy to see that he spent some money. He got a nice crib.
Fucking get off your fucking wallet, and he did.
He's got a big garage.
16-car garage. I said this. I go,
what do you do with the 16-car garage?
I'll tell you right now. Yeah. I'm not a big car guy, and here's the deal. I had my Corvettes and shit like that. They went fast.
Would you put your boat in there or no?
Fuck yeah, fucking A. It's all heated.
I'd probably put my boat in there.
I'd bubble wrap that. You don't even have to bubble. You don't put your boat in there. Why? Because you don't have to winterize your boat in Vegas, baby. Vegas doesn't get down to 30.
So where do you keep it, in the driveway?
So let me explain something to you, because you are so fucking dumb on a lot of things. Very smart guy, and that's why you're my partner. But when it comes to this shit, you're dumb. You have to go underneath 32 degrees for 3 or 4 days for the pipes to fucking freeze. So when you're in Vegas and you have a shit-kicking boat, you don't have to put it in your garage. You keep it to slip, because it doesn't go down to 32 degrees.
Oh, keep it at the slip.
Yeah, you don't have to winterize
That's what I would do.
You don't know.
No, I would do that.
You would do that in St. Louis, and it'd get down to fucking 4 degrees, and your boat would be fucked.
and then what happens?
Well, it just freezes, and your whole engine's fucked.
Well, what about when it's like 80 degrees when you want to use it? Then it just thaws out?
No, idiot boy. You get it winterized. They bubble wrap it. They clear the lines.
Just like your pipes in your basement.
They bubble wrap. Yes, dude.
Yeah.
God, how old are you?
I get that.
Are you 10?
I get that.
How old are you?
I didn't have that issue in Wisconsin when I was on the lake.
Well, you never had a boat.
Or when I was on the lake.
Well, you never had a boat.
Louis.
You never had a boat.
No?
Which you should have bought one. That's why I know, because I bought a boat at a young age.
Everyone I know who has a boat say the best day you get a boat is the day you buy the boat.
Who do
and
you
the day
know?
you sell the
Who
boat.
the
My sources tell me
that.
that.
Yeah, I want to go on a boat with somebody else is in control. No, I am a control freak. I want to be in control. If I want one of my buddies to drive it that's sober so I don't get fucking dinged, goddamn right. But I'm in control.
All right, Patty Maroon's on this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 93.
Yep.
We're waiting for the right time to get Patty on.
I know.
And we can get Patty on whenever we want, really, but like we didn't want to do it over the phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Wanted to get it when he was comfortable, kind of a little bit removed from the Stanley Cup, celebration there in Tampa Bay. But, when we talk about being proud of a guy, man, like when you know a guy, man, he's from St. Louis, he represents St. Louis, he comes back here, and being a back-to-back Stanley Cup champion and just seeing him grind it out and all of a sudden become like a household name, really.
Yeah, big time.
Household name. Everyone knows who Pat Maroon is.
Well, yeah.
He's loud, too, man. He gets lots of attention, puts 2 fingers up. Not one.
No, 2.
2 fingers for every picture. Have you noticed that?
Well, everybody else is everybody else in Tampa
had 1.
They're throwing the 1 out.
And he's got 2.
We asked who we asked Shaddy that. He's like, oh yeah,
we get it, Patty.
We know you got hunger teeth. It's so funny, man. We love him, and we've known his family. We've worked out with Patty, we all did this together at a young age. We all kind of figured it out on our own. We all kind of boom, boom, boom made the NHL. And
when was the first time you met Pat?
Oh God, early, man. He was younger than me, but I knew his brother. I knew his family. We all know each other in the hockey world.
You knew his brother first?
Yeah, Philippe. We brought his name up.
Phil.
He's the best, dude. He's so fucking funny. Psycho. We love you, Phil. But yeah, I just, everybody in the hockey community.
Asked Phil for notes for the interview? Cam needed notes.
I go, give me some timeline.
He didn't give him anything.
He didn't give me fucking shit. He's like, he was going to give me last night, and he's like, nah.
What did you need notes for?
Well, I just wanted his timeline. That's all.
The timeline.
I just wanted to talk to Phil and be like, give me something. I don't know. Just keep him included.
In 1998, he played at Oakville High School.
Yay. Hey, back in Oakville High School. Jesus Christ.
I remember watching Patty Maroon play at like 14, 15, though.
Dominated,
and I remember saying, like, this is the best 15-year-old I'd ever seen.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
Ever.
Big hands. Like
I used to thought maybe it was Paul Stastny or Jan Stastny.
Well, that's why I asked him, too. I go,
sick.
It might have been a little too easy for you until it wasn't easy for you, man. When you're really good at a young age and you just fucking seep through everything, even if you have an off game and you're lazy, you still score a couple. Like, you do that. You don't know what controversy is, and you don't know the pushback yet. And he got the pushback at the wrong time, and then he was a little cocky, and the fucking Philly's like, go fuck yourself. That's why I brought that up.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, Jeff Brown's like, Patty needs to stop drinking soda. And his dad's like, fuck that, he needs to be a kid. I'm like, no, he's 14. He's not 10. He's 14. He's going to become a man in a year.
Oh, yeah.
Stop drinking fucking soda.
And fast food.
No shit.
And that's why they called him Fat Pat for all those years.
That's such a
and
horrible.
Jeff Brown was the one who gave him that name, as you know.
Oh, well, that's god-awful.
But he learned that, man. And I don't say that to make fun of Pat by any means because he's been open about that. He talks about it. But now he looks like a professional athlete. People may not, like joke around whatever because he always walks around with his shirt off and whatever. But like you see him, he walks in, man. He's got presence with long flow and a beard.
Yeah, he pulls his shoulders back like I tell you to do when you go into the conference room of Rich Bartolado to get your fence line in shape.
Mm-hmm. I won that too. By the way,
you did. I told you, walk in confident, shoulders back, fucking head up high. Like, what's up? I got a badass podcast. Fuck all y'all.
I needed 4 votes. You know how many I got?
17.
5 out of 5, baby.
Did you pull your shoulders back? Like I
did.
Said?
Shoulders
like what
back.
the fuck? Like I'm the man. I'm on TV. I got radio show. Like what are you doing? Fuck all you. That's what you do. But don't be too cocky. But you got to fucking walk in there like, no, I'm confident, baby. I need this goddamn fence, and I need it now. Right? And it works.
That's exactly what I said.
I know.
I need that. That's a good slogan, by the way, for a fence company.
Yeah, I need the fucking fence, and I need it now. Write it down.
Yeah. So anyway, but Patty, it had to be hard for him. Could you imagine winning the Stanley Cup in your hometown, seeing the city continue to celebrate, go to the White House and all that?
No, you didn't go to the White House.
No, he didn't. But I'm saying, like, they go to the White House, the banner raising ceremony, and you're not included in that. That had to be hard.
No, the banner, I get.
You have a hard time. You think that Tampa Bay or the league should, if you're on the team, they should let the player who's no longer with that team
have the option.
Leave his team
have the option.
to go meet the team at the White House.
100%. You win this. You score that big time goal, and you can't go visit the White. Whether you like the president, I don't give a fuck. You're at the White House. If you don't like them, then don't go. It's your option. But you should be able to leave, no matter if they're playing or not, and go to the goddamn White House. Look at everything. I don't care, again, who the president is. You want to go there and see everything and be honored in front of everyone. Like, NHL, figure that out. That's disrespectful for some fucking big boys that maybe had to get paid a little more or whatever the case is.
And they had to leave or whatever.
They had to leave.
We're in a salary cap
and
world.
They can't go to the White House.
The team can't keep you.
And I know a lot of people like, some people don't want to go to the White House. Like, whatever, fine. Then don't go. But you need to have the option. That's
if you want to go.
Biggest, like, God.
But let me ask you this, though. If you're paying Pat Maroon and you're the owner of the Tampa Bay Lightning, you're the GM, coach, whatever.
At the beginning of the season.
You're going to leave? You're going to leave?
Yes. Because you just want
it's not always the beginning of the season. It's whenever that team
okay, fine in
visits
November.
Washington.
Okay, fine in December. I don't give a shit.
What if it's February, March?
Then fine. The grind days, if it's in fucking playoffs, and no. But it's not going to be in playoffs. So, like, they should be able to let these guys go if they want to, have the option, and you fly their ass that way, or the Blues fly them. I don't give a shit. They need to meet the guys. Justin Falk was in the White House. Why is he there?
No, he didn't go.
Oh, he didn't go? Okay, fine.
No.
They put Patty in there.
And so that was awkward for him, too.
That's so awkward.
I remember talking to Justin Falk about this because when the team went to the Hall of Fame to present the Hall of Fame, the team ring,
yeah.
this guy, he went like fishing for the day.
I know. And
in
you're
Toronto.
like, what am I doing? He's trying to get in the mix.
Then I know. And when they had the banner raising ceremony, when everyone's on the ice, they had the cup out there, and they're wheeling around with the cup and whatever. You know what Justin Falk was doing? He sat in the room, the dressing room, by himself.
It's fucking terrible.
And then they go to the White House, and he just walked around downtown Washington, D.C. by himself.
I know.
So you wonder why,
so dumb.
Everyone wants to chirp Justin Falk. Let me just say this about Justin Falk. Everyone wants to chirp Justin Falk because he didn't have a great year last year. But this guy, you don't have the career he's had and all of a sudden become a shit player overnight. I hope this guy really turns it around and plays well for a number of reasons.
Yeah.
But I think coming into that situation, also when you get traded and the captain of the team, everyone's saying, oh, now they can't re-sign the captain of the team because you've come here, you play the same position, you're also a right shot. I mean, dude, that had to be very,
I like
very
to see
difficult,
how everybody
man.
treated him when he walked in. Including a defenseman.
I'm sure they were
I like to see how Petro treated him.
Well, I don't think Petro was very happy about it.
I wonder how he treated him.
He's probably more pissed about his house getting out.
I don't give a fuck. You're a captain. I don't give a fuck.
I'm sure he was professional.
Aren't you the best? One of the best players in the world. Like, what do you care if another righty comes in here?
Mm-hmm.
What do you care?
You're getting paid
go
either
fucking
way.
Go fucking play great because
Right.
you're awesome.
Right.
So what do you care? So I hope Petro brought him in and said, "Hey man, what's up? Like, here, let me show you around." I don't know if he did it or not. We'll ask Justin Falk when he comes on the podcast.
Yeah.
Or Petro.
Or Petro.
Like, Petro, you fucking
Who's getting ready to move to Vegas.
Petro, did you take care of Falky or what? Well, yeah. Did you take care of him? Like, did you call him and say, "Hey, come out, let me show you around town"? I don't know. Did you? Do you know around town?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know. Petro's kind of a private guy, quiet
He's
guy,
a fucking subtle guy.
I mean,
dude.
it
is
could,
what it is.
It could be Michael Del Zotto, who we knew since he was a kid.
Del Zotto will be
and Del
fucking
Zotto
wheeling
comes
pussy.
to St. Louis. Oh, man.
No shit. He'd be like, I got 5 broads for you. Here you go.
But
Jesus fucking Christ.
But Del Zotto, he knew him since he was a kid. I don't think Petro was like having him over to the house every night. You know?
I don't know.
And showing him around
Yeah, that's
town.
true. Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what captain's supposed to do.
So, listen, we all were guilty of it, judging Justin Falk. He didn't play well, man. At the end of the day, it's what we see on the ice. That's how people are going to judge you. But this is the year we truly will be able to evaluate him. I think it's a different situation for Justin Falk, number 72.
Well, he's got to step up, baby. We're all watching.
Oh,
If you
look
play,
at you. Are you challenging? Look at that.
well, fuck
Putting
yeah, I'm
the
challenging.
pressure
And why wouldn't I? You're making 6.5. Of course, I challenge
Yeah.
everybody. What am I, a pussy?
No.
Why would I not say that to him? Was he going to fire me from the podcast? I don't care. I'm not going to be a dick, but like you need to play better, and that's it.
Oh, he has to.
Like that's it. And so is Colin Parayko.
He
they
and
all
Parayko.
do. Fuck.
Parayko's
What
got to.
what do I look
Parayko,
like?
come out of the shell. You got to embrace being the man.
God damn.
Embrace being the guy.
Yes.
Just like our boy
Be
Charlie.
the
Just like our
fucking
boy
man.
Charlie McAvoy.
Yes, be a man and don't be cheap.
Oh, that's your good advice.
Fuck yeah.
I gotta start
fucking
asking
good advice.
you.
Oh, you write it down.
I got to start asking you for the
Cheap-ass fucks.
advice for every guest we have on the podcast.
I do.
What's your advice to Pat Maroon this year?
Win another cup. Hey, here's my advice, Pat Maroon. You want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your life. You won 2 cups. Make your money. Enjoy your money.
You played longer than you probably thought you would.
Enjoy Fran. Enjoy your wife. And have fun. Don't get too stressed out. If you're playing shitty and you sit games out, so fucking what? You're guaranteed money. Bring fucking Anthony down. Have Fran come down. Enjoy it. Enjoy your fucking life because you deserve it. That's my advice for him.
That's good advice, man. That advice is brought to you by CarShield and CarShield.com.
There it is.
Give them a call today. Structure the deal the way that you want it. It's your life.
No shit. Your starter goes out, they'll hook you up. Trust me on that.
Do it your way.
Your way, not their way.
No.
They'll do whatever you tell them to do. They're great. They'll
And-
save you money too.
And you
Jeez
can
Louise.
take it to wherever you want to get it repaired.
Fired up.
And they'll even hook you up with a rental car. Small price, man. Doesn't cost you much money at all.
So easy.
800-857-2481. CarShield and CarShield.com. Man, mention the promo code CAM. You're going to save 10%.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's-
What?
I know.
Cam.
You gotta say
CAM.
Cam.
Sorry.
You'll save 10%.
So I can
Again,
sexy.
that engine may go out, man. You don't know what's going to go out.
You don't know. Yeah. Starter. Anything.
Yep, starter, man. It's going to cost you lots of money unless you've got that protection.
Easy peasy, baby. Oh, I don't want to simplify my life. I like my life difficult. No, you don't. Simplify.
Here's another way to simplify your life. Have Bud Light Seltzer at all the holiday parties, okay?
Shit.
That's all you need.
Bud Light Seltzer, you have a holiday party. They all come over like, oh, you got Bud Light Seltzer? I love you. I want to make love to you. And like, oh, fuck, I got to chill a little bit. I got turkey in the fucking oven. Have another Bud Light Seltzer. We'll save it for later. Like, what do you do?
Can you make a turkey?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yes, I do. No, I'm going to fucking barbecue it. Actually, I'm going to smoke the motherfucker.
Really?
And I take the skin, I'll take this butter with rosemary and garlic.
Can
and
you
I'll
pour
stuff
a
it-
little mango
I'll
on
stuff
that?
it in that turkey.
Pour a little mango on there?
I'll stuff it in that turkey, the butter and all that, and I'll soothe the butter down, and I'll smoke that motherfucker with a mango. I don't put the mango on it. Jesus, Andy.
Don't waste the
You
mango.
don't know how to do boats. You don't know how to drive a car. You don't do shit. You don't know how to cook. Do you know how to cook?
Oh, dude, I'm a great cook.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Mango on a turkey. Oh, I bet.
Well,
yeah.
whatever. You
yeah,
never
can
heard,
I come
like-
over for a dinner party, please?
Dude, I am a great cook.
Oh, I bet.
Bud Light Seltzer.
Mm-hmm.
Black cherry, strawberry, lemon, lime, and mango.
Mango. And here's the deal.
You
They
brought some like cranberry today, though, man. Cranberry, grapefruit.
did I?
Yeah, pineapple.
I got that bad boy from the gas station. They need to hook us back up.
Yeah, we will. But they have all the great flavor. They have the ugly Christmas sweater packs too.
They're great. Tis the season. Do I crush 15 of those? Probably not. But you take them, they're right there. You put them. It's like when people come over for the holidays, you're like, oh, I'll drink one of these bad boys. I'll mix it in something. It's lovely.
No, it's perfect for
Tis
the
the
afternoon,
season.
too.
Tis the season. Good
Tis
Lord.
the season.
Lord.
I got to ask you this though. People are wondering, can they get together with family this Thanksgiving?
Here's how you do it. You go to your family's house. There's 12 people there. You're supposed to have 10. You take the drunk uncle, kick his fucking ass out. The fucking kid that's crying, kick his fucking ass
Now
out.
you got
and now
10.
you got fucking 10.
There you go.
Okay? That's what
Easy-
you do.
easy
How
peasy.
stupid is that?
Easy peasy.
You can only have 10. Like, it's my fucking family. Now, I'm not going to have a ton of people over, but if I have 12 of my family members over who I love, who I'm around every day, fuck you. But if you're gathering and partying and fucking making a day, no. But if I'm having 12 people over, fine. But if you want to you want to take care of the rule book. Then kick the fucking drunk uncle out. And then kick the fucking kid out that's fucking crying.
And now we got 10.
The kid puked on the fucking table. You're gonzo.
The county inspector comes by to count.
Can we have animals in there? Do they count
10.
as something?
No, they don't.
Oh, Lord.
So we're good.
So confusing.
We're good with the drunk uncle and the kid.
Kick their fucking ass out.
And they're out.
I ain't going to go because they're going to kick me out.
Hey, you know what? We're fighting ugly, though.
Oh, we always do.
And we're keeping it handsome. KeepItHandsome.com, man. Get those hair products. Look good for the holiday season. Take those pictures. Don't regret it years down the road when you say, man, I looked terrible back in 2020.
And shit's going down. Like, you know, you're probably having a weird spot with your wife. Like, it's not intimate because there's shit fucking corona in this. But if you put this shit in your hair and she walks by, she's like,
what is that?
What is that? Oh, my God.
Is 2021
okay,
here?
We got 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to the bedroom. I need to make love to you. You smell handsome. I want to make fucking love to you. That's what you want. Then your relationship's saved. Although you're kind of pissed off with different things, but if you smell good, she's going to want to get, I'm not going to say it. She's going to make love. I was going to say something else, but she's going to want to make love. What? I was going to say she want to get fucked. But I'm not going to I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it.
I can't believe you said it.
But make love. That's what I said.
I didn't think that's what you were going to say.
Well, whatever.
Keep it handsome.
Same goddamn difference.
KeepItHandsome.com.
Damn. Shit.
And buy your hoodie, the Fight Ugly hoodie.
Patty
Keep it
had
handsome.
one on.
Patty had one on. We'll have that picture posted on Instagram. Be sure to check that out at Cam and Strick Pod on Instagram and Twitter. We're fighting ugly. We're passing it around to NHL stars all around the league, man. They're all jumping on the cause because we're all fighting against the bullies. Proceeds from the Fight Ugly hoodie go back to the Montreal Resource Center, and we're fighting the ugly that exists, especially from the bullies out there. So we're supporting anti-bullying across the globe, not just in North America, all those out there in Belgium, Sweden, Finland, Russia, even those in Alaska driving down the Seward Highway like I did through a blizzard with the horned sheep.
I might bully you just because of that stupid comment.
No bullying.
No, I'm joking. You're right. No
bullying.
I'm not.
Don't do that.
See?
You joked around
I'm
about
holding
it.
Look, it's tempting. It's tempting for me to bully Andy, and I'm not going to do it. But I will say this, though. Not every bully you can't just disregard, man. They might have gone through so much shit growing up. Like I told you, the Raven Whitlock who pissed on me.
Yeah.
He didn't have a dad. His mom was a fucking
You never know why they're
druggie.
doing it.
He had no guidance. He's fucking 20 years older than me.
You know what, man? I'm so glad you brought that up.
I know.
I brought this up last time. We are okay. If you were a bully, but you've rehabilitated yourself.
Because your dad beat your ass every day? Like, how can you not be one? Like, you're fucking traumatized by your family. Like,
so come on in. We'll talk about it, man.
Hey, my DM's open, dudes. All you. Instagram's weird. Sometimes I don't get them. If you guys, Cam Jansen 25 on Twitter, that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. The Instagram, I can't keep up with it. It's fucking all over the goddamn
just send
place.
it to the at Cam and Strick Pod.
Yes.
It's that simple. That'll get to you.
Ask me questions about bullying, drug abuse, anything, guys. I swear I'll get back to you.
By the way, Cam posted yesterday about Torrey Krug being a trade. Did you say it was?
Are you dumb? Am I in? Get out of here.
That wasn't
no,
you.
Brody, look, our intern who takes care of our Cam Strick Pod and our social media. We love him to death.
It's his birthday. I want to give him a shout out.
Shout out to Brody.
Happy birthday, Brody.
We have to put him in his place a couple times, just like I had to be put in my place a million times. So did you.
You still do.
I still do, and I admit that. And we and he's a hard-working
just like when Mark Bergevin yelled at me one day.
You should have punched him in his face.
And other people have yelled at me. You know, you just got to get put
yell
in
at
your
Andy
place,
every day.
man.
But you do, and you need to know where you're at, and we love him, and he works his ass off, and we're giving him a little shout out. Happy birthday, Brody! He's 20.
Brody.
What a stupid fucking age that is.
What were you doing at 20?
Smashing 40-year-olds. I
didn't think you were going to say that either. Thought you were going to say like playing for the Devils. I don't know.
I don't know. I was in the American League smashing 40-year-olds. Like, what do you want to do? Fighting 40 times a year.
Oh my God.
Well, you don't ask me stupid questions.
KeepItHandsome.com. Get that Fight Ugly hoodie in time for the holidays, man. Yeah. Can you think of a better stocking stuffer than Bud Light Seltzer and Keep It Hoodie? The hoodie, the Fight Ugly hoodie.
You want everybody to be happy? There you
now.
go, right there, baby. And it's for a good cause.
And do it quickly because shipping and all that, we just don't know how.
Exactly.
Although our Fight Ugly hoodies, they get to you pretty quickly.
They get depleted
there
really
fast. I don't know what
they
Mirko
get depleted
does.
Quick too.
I don't know what Mirko does, but he gets it to you pretty quickly.
He gets it quick, man. But they go by quick. Yeah. So get on it.
Mention the promo code Cam and Strick. You're going to save 15%. So take advantage of that. You can also go to Amazon and buy your Fight Ugly hoodie off of Amazon.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Bellman and Bellman.com. You got a used car, and you're like, what do I do with this? I know Cam's thinking about that right now. He's got like do I get rid of this car? Do I get Kate a new car? Do I keep my car? What do I do? You know what? You take it to Bellman, and they will buy it from you, and they'll pay good money for it. buy it from you, then you can kind of pick out a new car and drive off the lot in some brand new wheels. Bellman.com. Check it out. Troy, Missouri, BEHLMANN. Cadillac, Buick, GMC on one side of the street. I'm looking at that Escalade. Cam's looking at the Buick Enclave with captain seats. Pearl white, I believe.
I don't
The
give
same
a fuck.
one my
I'll look
mother-in-law
badass
drives.
no matter what.
Yeah. You can get that. On the other side, you got the Chrysler, Dodge, the Jeep, the Ram. They've got cars for all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
If you live in a winter climate, they have something for you. You live in a summer climate, they have something for you as well. Order it and come here to St. We'll meet you. We'll drive you there, and we'll take you to Bellman, and you can hand select your brand
And
new car.
you'll carry it to Bellman like Cleopatra back in the day.
And you'll get the best customer service you'll find anywhere in the country.
Damn right, baby. Bellman. 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 Bellman.
There are no what at Bellman.
There's no swinging fucking dicks coming out and fucking creeping their broad out saying that they beat up your fucking husband who played in the show for 10 years and was a tough guy. I beat your husband. No, you fucking didn't.
Okay.
Weirdos.
You never fought Pat Maroon, eh?
Oh, in practice. Did I beat him up one
Never in a game. Did you ever play against him?
time? Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Mhm.
What was that like?
Funny.
Would you talk to each other on the ice? Like,
Yeah. I'd chirp on the whole
so
time.
you did play against American League or the NHL?
Both.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
American League, I don't think. I think I was still in the show when he was coming up. But yeah. I played against him.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I know you don't
I
remember
skate-
anything.
I know.
You didn't remember Scott Mellenby was your coach.
I know. And
I mean,
fucking.
Pat couldn't believe that. I was talking to him this morning. I go,
Stupid.
he may not remember anything, just so you know.
I know. Oh, fuck, it's not funny.
But Pat Maroon,
Help me.
He remembered an awful lot, man.
Yeah, he
Great conversation. Loved having Patty here. Episode number 93. Pat Maroon on the Cam and Strick Podcast. Put that peace sign up, too. What up, Patty?
What's going on, fellas?
His back hurts.
Oh, I know. His back hurts. It does
back
hurt.
hurts.
Are you getting old?
I'm getting old.
How old are you
32.
now?
32, boys.
32. Let that hair grow. He's got his hair growing. You
I know,
look good.
have you guys seen it yet?
I know. It's so
Take it
long
off. Take
now.
your fucking hat off. Let me look at you. Actually,
like-
take your fucking shirt
He's
off.
like a
too.
new man. He's a 2-time Stanley Cup winner.
Dude, your hair is fucking sick long. You always had a buzz cut, and it's just too buzzy. Fuck, it
I
looks
met
good.
Francesca. She's changed me.
Oh,
Dude.
she likes that now. She
Hell yeah.
likes the long hair.
How could she not like that? It looks flowy.
When's the last time you let it grow out like that?
I've never let it this far.
No?
Looks good.
Grows nice.
Yeah, you got hair, man.
I do.
You got a good gene in you.
I do.
And it's your hair. That's
do.
good. Phil, your brother has decent hair, but on the crown it's getting a little bit. But I got a sponsor for him. We're all good.
It's starting to look like yours in the back.
Oh, my God.
Mine's got awful right now.
Cam's got a
But we're fine.
sponsor for that.
It's all good in the front. That's all that matters.
Allegedly.
To stay in the front of me, will you?
So what's going on, man? What have you been doing?
Same shit. Just been hanging out. Just recently got married. Went on like a little mini moon up to Blackberry Mountain, kicking around with Anthony. Anthony's mid-season form with AAA. So we literally just been hanging, going to practice with him, and not doing much.
Are you coaching him?
No, I watch from the stands.
Oh, I hate.
Are you one of those
Andy,
hockey dads, though?
Ask him.
Is
about it.
he?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you a hockey
Let
dad?
me- we gotta
not.
dig into
Are you
this.
getting in the face of the coach?
Don't fuck with
Are you
me.
hard on Anthony or no?
No, I give him notes just so he knows like what to do, and like if he makes a mistake, he understands it, instead of me after a game going, "How do you think you played? This is what you should have done." So I'll text him notes what I think he should do, and then
Is he a good player?
he's good. I think he's progressed into a better player. In the beginning, I don't think he really enjoyed it, but now he's really, really enjoying it. And I think one of the reasons is because I didn't push him.
Mm-hmm.
I think all these parents now, back to your what Cam just said, are you one
Don't
of those
remember.
parents? Yeah. But those parents are just like hounding them and like skills coach, power skating, and they're 10 and 12 years old, and like they think their kids are going to the NHL. I look at it like this, and Cam can say it, Andy, you've been around the game. If someone's going to find you, they'll end up finding you. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle
There
of
it
Europe or in the middle of, I don't know, somewhere in the
Somebody's
States.
watching.
Someone's watching. And I always told Anthony that. I said, it's not about if I'm watching, it's about who else is watching around you. So just make sure you play like it's your last game.
I was going to say this real quick, and let me pump you up real quick. When you ask a professional athlete, Andy, and you've done this a million times, how is your kid? You ask Walt, you ask all these big boys. They hesitate, and they're like, He's okay. We need this. They're always so humble. You ask a parent on one of your AAA teams how your kid, he's a fucking best. He's a fucking,
I know.
he needs more time.
But you know,
oh God.
But you making it, and obviously Cam before, but then like the whole group of young kids that are in the NHL right now, and then you having success. Like it's just basically turned youth hockey in St. Louis upside down. Every parent is signing their kid up not to play, not to fall in love with the game, not to learn how to incorporate themselves with teammates and learn how to do it. Now it's all about making the NHL, and it's like you come into it because you live it. It's like a completely different. You're just there to enjoy watching your kid. You want to push your kid. Maybe you do it a little bit privately, but all these parents nowadays, from the time they're 2, 3, 4 years old, man, it's all about making it to the NHL. Like, when did you even think about the NHL as a kid?
When I smacked him in his face.
No, I think, when we sit here and think about it, and my dad always tells us stories like Jeff Brown and Mike Murphy.
Oh, yeah, Murph.
Pulled my dad into the office. No, I say office, but like you're in the middle of Chesterfield Valley.
The
The
bathroom.
Hardee's Plex.
Yeah.
You're in the bathroom.
The janitor's room.
But we were in Nationals, and this was my OHL draft year, and I was playing defense at the time, and Jeff Brown goes...
Playing defense.
I played defense.
Like Sergei Fedorov, baby.
That's the only way I can make AAA.
Really?
I got cut my first year.
That's when you're good.
And Jeff Brown goes, we're going to turn him into defenseman. So I played defense all the way up till midget major year. But funny story is Jeff Brown was like, your son can play in the NHL. And Mike Murphy's like, you need to stop drinking Cokes, this and that. My dad's like, listen here, my son's 14 years old. He can eat whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh, he said that to
really?
him.
Yeah, because
Wow.
my dad's just like a very, positive. He wasn't really hard on our kids of like playing sports. And you know how parents are, like, and Jeff Brown was like, no, I think your son has all the tools to make it to the NHL. And my dad goes, he's 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Where's he going right now? So my dad, Basil McRae at the time was assistant GM for London Knights. Obviously, Mark Hunter, Dale Hunter,
Oh, yeah.
run a great program. Obviously, Cam played in Windsor and Guelph, really good programs. And I ended up getting drafted, I think, the 12th round. And by that time, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It's Cam knows. You're young, and Cam, this is great because you were in that Memorial Cup that year, 2004, weren't you?
Yeah.
That was her first
Kelowna.
year. That was her first year. That was my first training camp.
I saw him score in a Game 7, by the way.
That was my first training camp,
Whatever.
and it's the new Labatt Center. So you're looking around. There's 9,000 fans.
Oh,
Well, there wasn't fans, but there were seating.
Yeah.
That was in training camp, and you got Corey Perry, Robbie Schremp, Danny Servette, Danny Richmond,
Bolin.
I think
Weidman.
Dennis Weidman was
Dennis
on that
Watt.
team.
Was he on
Brandon Prust.
Brandon Pruss, Dylan Hunter.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you can go down the list of how many All-Star. Mark Mathot.
Mark Mathot, yeah.
I mean, geez.
Yep.
And I was sitting there, and I was playing defense with Mark Mathot. I was his D pairing, and Mark Hunter comes down. He's like, Pat, we're going to play your forward. I was so intimidating. I went down, tried out for Petrolia Jets and Junior B team because Mark owned them, and I tried out. I was living in a hotel with my mom in Sarnia.
Oh, God.
And my dad's like, just get back here, you're losing all. So I went back, and long story short, obviously, we won. I started playing Central State hockey, and I just basically backtracked. I got drafted to the O, and now I'm
And you
backtracking.
going
That's what
backwards.
happened. And then you played the band. So then you played the
No,
band.
and then Scotty Sanderson called me, my dad, and was like, hey, will Pat come? We have a chance of going to regionals and nationals, so can you guys – we'd like Pat on our team, so I left. But it was just like it was on a high and then a huge low and then kind of a little high, and then that's when the Bandits found me.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by CarShield. Nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and right off the bat, you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now back to the interview.
Isn't it weird how I think a lot of your career has been like that, man?
Yeah.
Like up, down, and a lot of guys have been like that. But you bring up your dad, and when Jeff Brown tells you, stop drinking Coke, stop eating shit, start figuring out working out, and your dad's like, no, he's good. Like, do you think that kind of hurts you in a way, like where your dad would be like, no, maybe he should stop drinking Coke, maybe he should get in the gym, start working out, because you were so fucking good, Patty, that you never had any adversity. Like, you always dominated everywhere you went, so you never had that kind of pushback.
Yeah, that's a good question, Cam. I my dad just wanted me to be a kid, and I think that's
I hear you.
Go back to like Andy's thing, like when you see these parents now, kids. I mean, I work out at Output Performance, which is one of the best gyms in St. Louis. I'm very biased, but Stu and CJ do a really good job of running that gym, and CJ Young's my trainer. And CJ trains all Anthony's AAA kids, and he's got the St. Louis AAA Blues, and they do a really good job. But they're like 12 and 14. I'm like, holy fuck, isn't that young? But now it's a new NHL, and I just don't want Anthony to burn out. And I don't want him to go to the gym 2 days a week. He's on the ice 4 days a week with AAA, dude. So I think that's enough.
Did you ever have a skills coach?
Yeah. Never.
Really?
Never.
Not when I was young.
When you're young.
I had a skating coach.
Yeah.
I mean, Diana Schaefer was my skating coach when I got drafted to the NHL.
She's still doing it.
Yeah.
She's still doing it. She still helps me out a lot.
Oh, yeah,
she helps me out a lot. Yes, so I would see Diana at after my first year of pro, that's when I really got into Diana. We'd go out to Hardee's, and we'd go out for 7:30 in the morning. We'd skate for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Help me out. But that's the professional level. I mean, now these kids are just like, they're skills coach in the morning before school.
Yeah.
Then they after school, and then they go to practice.
And then they do it after practice.
It's too much. And you know what? When we did it, though, and that's I always tell Andy, he's got a little Ty, and the cutest kid in the world. And I feel like when I grew up with you, we did it on our own.
We taught ourselves.
Like, you did it in the driveway.
We did it in the fucking driveway,
basement.
in the goddamn basement. And I always tell these parents now, you better if you're in a house, find a little area like you do, like we all did. My dad did it before anybody. In the basement, board up the goddamn windows, board up the whatever you need to, and go shoot pucks down there. We did it on our own. Now these kids are like, here's money, go over there and get tortured all day, or go to the gym, or you and your kid could bond in a little area in your house. And I think that's what separates a lot now from when it was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No. It's
I know?
changed big time. I mean, these kids practice late at night, and then they go straight to a skills session.
It's too much.
And it doesn't stop.
It's too much.
But what have you been doing, though? Like, do you ever just, like, wake up and be like, what is going on? Like, what is happening to me? Is this really happening?
Yeah. Is this reality?
Like, you're on every tweet from NHL Network. You're running around with
sick of seeing
your shirt all. You're like a psychopath. Like,
take your shirt off real quick. I need to look at you.
I
mean, and just think about it. In reality, like, barely over a year ago, like, you didn't even know, like, what direction your career was going to go in. Honestly, when you think about midway through last season, not this past season, but the season before that when you guys won with the Blues, you didn't know which way things were going to go, and all of a sudden you look at where you are now. Have you ever felt this comfortable heading into an NHL season before?
I mean, I'm always nervous going into an NHL season because I think you always got to be on your toes. You got to be ready because the next best thing is going to take your spot. Or I know where I'm at in my career. I think the GM knows where I'm at in my career. The coaching staff knows where I'm at in my career. They know I'm on that fourth line, and I can be a really good leader in the locker room. I can be a leader on the ice. I can still score 10 goals, get 25, 30 points. I know my role. And not to mention, I mean, 25-point guy makes $2 million. I mean, I'm $900,000 at 32, and I feel like I've done a really good job of painting that picture for a lot of people. And in the St. Louis area, it's not about just know your role. And Cam, I mean, justify, like, when I first came in the league, I had to fight my way into the lineup. I had to fight my way into the NHL. I got some sniffs with Getzolf and Perry. I had a really good career with those guys. I had a really good playoff run with Getzolf and Perry, and I think that's where I kind of made my mark.
Yeah.
And then I got hurt going in the beginning. And then, but yeah, I think right now I feel good going into the season, but I always get nervous because I don't want to lose my job. But I also want to help young kids be good players in the NHL. I wish we got a young good group coming in Tampa that I really think that can help out, and they can help me out too. I think now, back in the day, you looked at young guys, you hated them, but now I look at them like I can mentor these guys and they can mentor me.
Yeah, do it then, dude. They're going to look up to you. You walk in that locker room and be a leader, know your role, show them all. The GM sees it. If you got to sit a game out, whatever, just you know what the fuck to do. But before you became you as an NHLer, you went through some tough times, man. You're trying to figure out who you were. You're trying to figure out your endurance. You're trying to figure out your identity as a player. You went through Philly. It didn't work out. Like, explain to us, at the beginning part of your career, and what clicked, Patty? Like, what clicked for you? Because you couldn't figure it out. You got all the skill in the world. You're big. You're tough. And Philly didn't take a chance on you. All of a sudden, it worked. Like, what'd you do differently? What happened?
Yeah, I think Philly was a wake-up call for sure. I think I listened to Kelly Chase one because he always mentions to talk about me, which is kind of nice because he's like a big reason where I'm at right now. And I think that's why Philly drafted me, because of Kelly, Jeff Brown, and everyone that had my back. And it just didn't work out. And when they sent me home, I've kind of just said, fuck it, I'm just going to give up. And my dad's like, don't give up. I was like, well, I have a son at home. I got to find a way. He's like, well, what are you going to do? Work at McDonald's? I was like, you have a good point. He's like,
you work for NASA?
He's like, ride it out, see what happens. Wah was my agent at the time, and he's like, just go to New Jersey, you have family there, skate, work out. And
skate with who?
Montclair State.
Ah, yeah, I've been there.
Like a college team?
Like a
club team?
ACHA club team.
But why didn't it?
Oh, was it Montclair? Or was this Montclair?
I know Montclair's right next to West Orange. Where
you don't know where it is. You don't know
I lived there 7 years.
Oh, yeah,
Andy knows.
Oh, I forget you don't live in Jersey.
Teach me how to drive a boat, you fuck.
Some players live there, right?
They all live
in Montclair?
West Orange, Montclair is right there, and then you go down South
By
Orange.
the mall, right?
Yeah, right there.
Hoboken.
But what didn't work out in Philly, though? What were you doing
wrong? Why'd they
wrong?
send you home?
You can't just be like, oh, it just didn't work out. Well, what the fuck didn't work out? You're 6'4". You got hands.
Yeah, I mean,
with flow.
With flow. Well, at the time, he had a shaved head. No wonder he didn't fucking make the team.
My first year, you know how it is, Cam. Like, you're a little punk. Like, my first year, I didn't get called up. I was like second in team in scoring. I was getting points. And third year, I got a concussion. Had a terrible year. I ended up only having 40 points. And I was having fun. I was being a 21-year-old kid with a little bit of cash, and your days off, you were going hard, and then you wake up on your day off and you keep going, and then you kind of just, it trends that way. But I wasn't like a partier. I was just doing what everyone else was doing and just following. I wasn't trying to do what's best for Pat. And not saying those guys hurt me by any means. I think you make your own decisions, and the third year, I had like 8 goals in like 7 games, and I was feeling good.
It's not bad.
I think I was late to a off-ice practice.
Patty. What the fuck, though? How the fuck? Will you sleep the fuck in? Would you sleep in on that?
I blame my
Come on.
I'll blame my roommate for that. He didn't even wake me up.
Oh, what?
So you're late to an off-ice practice.
I was like,
don't blame your roommate.
I was like a minute late.
And so you're barely late. And what, the coach gets pissed or what?
Yeah, Greg Gilbert at the time got mad. I guess he called Paul Holmgren, and Paul Holmgren the next day had enough of it and sent me home. And there was more.
Was this your first offense?
No way, right?
No, I've never been late to a practice before in my life. Before that, like, I've never been late. Usually I'm there 2 hours before. I'm hanging out.
But if you're a minute late and you're scoring goals and they still fucking get rid of you, there has been something.
Well, me and Greg Gilbert didn't get along. I mean, there was so much more to the story that I would love to talk about.
I hear you. I got you.
I don't want the whole.
I know
the whole world. You guys are killing it right now. I don't want the whole world to know my.
Well, people are curious because you're 6'4" and you got unbelievable hands, and it's just people are curious about that, man.
But yeah, I mean, me and Greg Gilbert had a falling out. I mean, he didn't like me as a player, I don't think, and he didn't like my attitude.
It was personal, hey?
It was just more personal, and I think, a week later, Greg Gilbert got fired. So I guess I wasn't he was painting a picture to someone, sending a message. And our team sucked. We were going in the wrong direction, and we were in last place. And I think people were just trying to point the finger, and it kind of led to me, which is fine. Like, it helped me out in so many ways that I can't explain. And I don't think people realize that. Like, if Paul Holmgren doesn't call me and motherfuck me and tell me that you're never going to wear a Flyers uniform again, I don't wake up and realize that I'm never going to be an American League player. I'll be playing in the coast or playing in Europe.
Is that what he said to you?
Well, no, I think that's
that's basically what he fucking
he's saying.
Yeah,
and And that's the thing was, I was like, well, can you send me down? He's like, you're not getting sent down. He's like, I'm not letting you play in the coast. So I couldn't even play in the coast. He just sent me home.
Damn,
So,
Patty.
Can I make one thing clear, though? Because, like, when you said, hey, I don't want the whole story, like, you weren't – this wasn't like you weren't doing drugs. You weren't like nothing criminal, nothing bad like that.
You know, partying like I was, were you?
Right.
No, I mean, no, I wasn't doing any of that. And I think when people paint this picture as Pat Maroon, they're like, oh, he's a huge partier. I mean, yeah, listen, we're
only when you win the cup.
Yeah,
only at your cup party. We'll get into that in a second. Go ahead.
I think, and that's what kind of fucked me going up the ladder, because these GMs thought, oh, he's a bad influence on players. And I finally got over the hump when I was with St. Louis, because these GMs are like, no, we don't want him. He's bad for the young guys. And I finally fucking got over that hump. We're like, okay, this is the guy. Like, New Jersey loved me. Edmonton loved me. Like, I finally got to the St. Louis mark where it's like, okay, there's a GM that's Ray Shearer's going to talk good about me. Maybe Peter Cirelli will talk good about me. And now Doug Armstrong talk really good about me. And it finally felt good that, like, I wasn't this guy that when I was 21 years old being a dumb fuck, you know, doing the wrong things, to now people, because GMs hang around all these years.
They always talk. And you guys can talk on this, like, hey, let's talk about the new Bud Light Seltzer.
Oh, yeah.
It's an easy drinking hard seltzer that comes in 4 delicious fruit flavors. Black cherry, strawberry, lemon lime, and Cam's favorite, mango.
Oh,
With only 100 calories, 5% alcohol, and less than a gram of sugar, you might as well have a few tonight or this weekend. Go to BudLight.com to buy Bud Light Seltzer online. Must be 21 years of age or older. Bud Light Seltzer. Unquestionably good.
Yeah.
Now, back to the interview. Once you get a reputation as a player,
oh boy,
it's so difficult to escape that, huh?
To escape, and I feel like my time in Philly, I really, really enjoyed. You know, living in Philly, I loved, you know, playing for the Phantoms. I wish I could put that Flyers jersey on and say I did it, because there's a bad taste in my mouth still with that.
Because they drafted you, yeah.
And
I wanted to fight you too.
You know, I talked to Paul. You know, I went to World Championships. I talked to Paul. You know, he apologized. I apologized, and he's like, I should have never done that. And
really, he admitted that.
Yeah. So I mean, and
now it's easy to say that.
And
no,
now,
this before you won a cup, though, right?
Yeah, this is this is when I was in that, when I got traded to Edmonton from Anaheim, and
top line.
Paul Holmgren's a really good guy. I emailed him this heartfelt, because I really was scared for my life at that time, because he just wouldn't trade me for like the first month and a half, and I emailed him, and within 2 days I was traded.
Really?
So I
he
think
did you a favor.
That's
he
cool,
did
then.
me a favor. He was really just waiting for me to reach out, but I was scared of this guy. I couldn't. I can only imagine if I went in his office, he would beat me up. That's how.
Welcome to my world with Lou.
So I was really scared, and me and my agent, my parents came up with this idea. It was like, write him an email. You know, just let it settle. I mean, this is like a month after, and I was up in Wesley Chapel. Not Wesley Chapel. I was up in New York City. What's that rink called, Cam?
Madison Square
Chelsea.
Garden. Madison Square Garden.
No, Chelsea.
Their practice rink?
Yeah, Chelsea.
Yeah, I never played there.
Chelsea Mark, whatever.
I didn't play for the Rangers? I didn't play for the Rangers. No, I did. 94, I was a captain. Guaranteed the game winner.
I was skating out there, and I had a missed call, and
really?
I was traded. So
wow.
I mean, it is what it is, but it helped me. It helped my career, and I think right when I got traded to Anaheim, you know, I did really good, and then the following year, Cam, is when I finally. I think I was like second in the league in scoring in the American League, and Trent Yanni was my coach at the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he goes, I believe in you. I think you should play in the NHL. There's a reason why you're not there. And I was like, he's like, just keep your head on straight, work hard, do the little things right. And he goes, don't be afraid to fight.
Oh, he said that. Trent Yanni said that.
And I said, okay, I won't. And I got called up. I played 2 games under Randy Carlisle. Obviously, he didn't like me as a player. That's fine. You know, I got sent back down.
Did you get sent down the night before Anaheim played against the Blues,
yeah,
too?
so I played
in St. Louis.
I've done that.
Right? Twice that happened. So we flew to
happens.
Nashville, and they were playing Nashville the next night, and then I got sent back, and then they played St. Louis, I think, a couple days later. But that was during the lockout when they traded for David Steckel, and then they sent me down.
Steckel.
And you had never played a game in St. Louis
No, I
at
haven't.
that point.
But I think Trent Yanni was a huge influence on me. We still text back and forth. I talk about him religiously.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about it before.
And we just had these conversations, man-to-man conversations that you don't want to have that are very, very honest. And he was very honest with me. He never, he never hid anything for me. He always had my back. And he went to war for me with Bob Murray. He literally's like, you need this guy, you need this guy, you need this guy. Following year, Bruce Boudreau comes in, lockout year. And whatever Bruce comes on, watches, I go to that mini camp they sent me back down, and Jan's like, keep fighting, keep putting up points, keep fighting, keep putting. He always reminded me, he's
Do your
like,
thing.
be a leader, be
Yep.
a leader. And I got called up. I fought twice, and I played 14 games or 13 games during that lockout. I was up most of the time, and I think without Trent, I don't think I'm in the NHL, and without Bruce either and Bob Murray, but I think Trent helped out me to get over that hump to the next level.
I think you're getting a little bit older. So when you're young and you're like Patty, who just comes in, he's his own person, right? But when you're young and you're not established, like people look at that in a weird way. But once you start figuring out your role and getting confident, and then you walk in, you start your stuff, and then you're good with the young guys, like coaches and GMs look at you completely different. But you just have to fight, again, the threshold. Get over that. Like, my role now. And the people just look at you differently, man. But you just had to do it, and it took you a long time.
Yeah, and it was great. I ended up signing my first ever one-way contract for 2 years.
How nice is that, Patty?
They sent me down.
Fuck you. Who cares?
And they signed, and Bob Murray signed me, and then it kind of took off from there. And then Trent actually became an assistant coach up in the NHL with Anaheim. But yeah, I mean, without Bruce, Bob Murray, I don't think I'll be sitting here talking to you guys.
Okay, so you go to Anaheim though. But you mentioned those guys, but it's also the players that you played with there. Because like Sheldon Souray, who we had on, man, he speaks highly of you too. You mentioned Getzlaff and Perry and these guys. Like what did those guys, like the nucleus of that team, what did they do for your career?
I mean, what didn't they do?
Did he wheel any girls? Did Sheldon wheel any girls for you? Because he's a fucking stud.
And he gave them all his suits.
Oh my! I'm like, can I hang out with you, Sheldon, and it's like take all the girls that you don't get,
Yeah, I mean,
that you don't want, I should say.
Sheldon was there my first full year, and then he ended up getting wrist surgery. But I became close with him because I was his neighbor in Newport. I mean, he lived in Lupul's house, which is a mansion. I had this little beach condo with beach furniture.
I remember you bragging about that to the boys, like, I'm fucking chilling. I'm like, hell yeah.
And I was driving a Nissan Maxima to the game, and Sheldon Surrey and Saki Covey were like, "If you're gonna roll out of there, you better roll out of with the 3-piece suit." I was like, "Where do I get one of those?" Yeah. I had this like messed up Hugo Boss suit that didn't fit me.
Cigarette holes in it.
Didn't match my shirt,
Nope.
and they were just mortified. And even mortified with my just street clothes. Like, dude, what are you wearing? Like, you can't be wearing that to dinner. I was like,
I'm from Oakville.
I don't know what to wear. Like, this is my first full year in the NHL. And Sheldon's like, just come over. I think this is when he was dating Barbie at the time.
He married her. She's the wrestler.
And divorced.
And so he tells me to come over. He's like, just come over. I'll give you a bunch of trash bags full of clothes. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we go upstairs, and he had like a little pool table, and he was like, oh, what do you want this? All the tags were on it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Every tag was on every T-shirt, pair of jeans,
Hook it up.
suits. So he gave me like 4 brand new suits, never been worn, still in like the package. So I'm like, shit, whatever.
You still wear them?
You know
Yeah,
what?
he
I
No,
wore,
Phil wears them.
I wore them up till I got to sign with St. Louis.
Did you?
Yeah, and
Good for you.
you know what they say inside them?
Sheldon
Sean's
Surrey.
right. Pimping ain't easy.
Barbie.
So if you open up the thing, custom suit, you know what was funny about this whole thing? I tried it on. I didn't have to go to the tailor. It fit like a glove.
With Shelly?
Oh, really?
That just means he's jacked, dude. That dude's fucking jacked.
He is.
And he was so nice. He was a good mentor. Getzlaff and Perry, they're still really, really my close friends. Till this
Will they
day.
reach out to you when you win the cup? Like, will they send a text and say, man, happy for you, or whatever? I know you played against Perry this past time. But.
I mean, I talk to those guys
All the time.
All
anyway,
the time.
yeah.
So, yeah, Perry sent me a text right after the game. Getzlaff texted me. Perry stayed at my house during quarantine before he drove in, then went to Dallas. But I text those guys. We're going on a golf trip and to Ireland this coming up summer.
Ooh.
So, I mean, we're really close. I mean, those guys were huge on my career. I mean, without those two, I played with Timo Solani too. I mean, fuck, like I've seen so many things in my life that I've been so blessed and
Taught you.
that, like I've been surrounded by so many good players and so many good leaders that I've learned over the years and how to treat young kids and how to treat guys coming up in the league. So I've been fortunate to play with so many good leaders, especially like Sheldon, Corey, Getzloff, Timo, Saku. I mean, fuck. Cagliano.
Saku. That dude had to go through some shit, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there were so many people. I mean, I was there on Timo Solani's last game, and I was his fucking line mate. So I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is unbelievable. Like, I've seen so many things
76,
in my
baby.
career.
How is he?
He's
Unbelievable car collection, too, right?
I think so. I've never went out to his house, but he let me borrow his truck one day. He drove it in, and someone else drove his one car in. So Timo hooked it up. He let me drive his truck around during the lockout because I didn't have a car. He was embarrassed of my Kia.
What was it, a
from
Ford F-150?
Enterprise.
What kind of truck was it?
It was a Dodge, like the SVT, like those supercharged ones.
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
badass. And
You don't even need a Dodge out in California, though. What do you need a truck for?
Well, he said just in case it rains.
Oh,
Because he drives those sports
once every
cars.
3 years.
But like I said, I mean, I've been privileged. I've been lucky to play with so many high caliber players. I've been lucky to play with so many veteran players, and I think it comes to mind that like pops out to me is Getzloff, Perry, Timo, Sheldon, Cogs, players like that.
What about McDavid?
Well, I mean,
Are you just talking Anaheim right
I'm just
now?
talking
or what?
Anaheim.
But let me
brought
before we get there, though.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Tell the story, though. Like, when you found out you got traded to Edmonton, and, like, you're at lunch with Corey Perry, right? I think maybe your wives are there at the same time,
so we were
too?
in Pelican Hill. We had a day off, and we both got rooms there. I think we had 2 days off in between because I don't know why, but we just decided to get a room, hang by the pool, have lunch, have drinks all night, go to dinner, whatever. And Blakeney looks at Francesca, and she's like, we're in the clear. And she's like, yep, we are.
Why? It was trade deadline day?
It was that day,
That
but
day,
they traded
okay.
for Perry and McGinn. So I was like, okay, those two left wingers, who's got to go? And sure shit, an hour later comes by, and I was like, my phone had a missed call. And then my mom called. Francesca was like, Pat got traded to Edmonton. She's like, what?
Oh, boy.
So social media found out before I even found
I
out
know,
because
that's the way it works.
Exactly.
the problem is when you put the call trade in right before it ends, it takes a few hours, right?
For it to be registered and all
For
that.
registered. And Bob didn't tell me yet because he wanted to register first.
Make sure
Yeah.
it went
Make
through.
sure it went through.
Yeah, not panic.
And
They did that to Big Walt one year. They traded him to Boston, and then he found out he wasn't traded to Boston after he
remember
said
that.
he said goodbye to the whole team. And I actually reported that he was traded to Boston. Then he wasn't.
He's fine.
But
He's
anyway,
fine.
go ahead.
He's in a different situation.
so I ended up getting traded. And I was like, fuck. Like, what just happened? And Edmonton's like, we want you to fly out today. I'm like, from where? They're like, LA. I was like, do you know it's 4 o'clock in California? Like,
Shit, dude.
I will not make it to the airport right now.
Yeah.
So I ended up wasting my money on a room,
Oh man.
packing up, going to my house, packing up, and then flying out the next morning to Edmonton. But
But how emotional was that for you guys? And Perry too, man. Like all you guys, the wives, girlfriends.
well, it was
whatever.
emotional because how far we went the year before. We lost a Game 7 in the conference finals, and we were one game away. I mean, we were up 3-2, and we lost
Yeah.
2 in a row, but I mean, we were one game away of playing Tampa Bay in the Stanley Cup Finals, which I thought we were going to win that year. And our team was just a whole new team. So it's like we got rid of Palmieri, got rid of me, Bonino, Bolesky signed as a free agent the year before. I mean, it was just a totally new makeup of a team, and it was just it is what it is. Andy and Cam, it's part of the game, it's part of the business. And I look at it like this. It helped my career out.
Oh my god.
It did.
It extended my career for another 10 years. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it did. And
Well,
when you go from
what year was that
but-
for me? My 3rd year, so I've been in the league for 8. So
So you go to Edmonton, though. You're in Anaheim. You're fucking hanging out on the beach with the boys. You're fucking making fires on the beach, looking at stuff, singing fucking, songs on the beach. Like the most unbelievable setup possible. And then you go to Edmonton. And you get off the plane and your fucking nose freezes up because it's so goddamn. I know you're with Connor McDavid,
It was March.
but good
it
lord.
was February or March. So
Oh,
was
my
good.
God.
I was good. It wasn't too cold.
Ooh, February, March? Are you kidding me? You walk off the plane like, oh, yay,
But
I'm
playing
in Edmonton.
But playing in the NHL in Canada though, like that's
cool.
That's a completely different experience,
building.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think when I got traded there, I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, they weren't making the playoffs, and I was having a terrible, terrible year itself. And I ended up playing really strong towards the end of the year, and I loved it there. I loved Edmonton. I thought it was
They love you there, man.
one of the coolest places to play. The new building was unbelievable. I was 5 minutes from the rink.
Oh, yeah.
The owner's great. I loved Tom McCollum at the time. He was my head coach. He's a firm believer. He believed in me. He had all the confidence in the world in me, and he made me to be a better hockey player. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say without Connor McDavid, I don't put those stats. Obviously, yeah, but someo's got to put the puck in, right, Andy?
Yeah, well, you got to give it to somebody.
And you did.
I give it
though.
to Andy, he
You
fucking duffs it.
No, but you scored a lot that
No,
year.
but I think without Todd, I don't think I had that opportunity. We sat down at the end of the year. He's like, hey, listen, just get in better shape. Just come in leaner, lose a couple pounds, and you'll feel so much better, I'm telling you, and you'll have a good opportunity to play with Connor McDavid. I said, okay, perfect. Well, I do that. I did everything in my power to get there. CJ Young, my trainer, has done an amazing job with me the last few years to get me where I need to be. And I think when they signed Luch, I was like, holy shit, this team's going to be unbelievable. Like, now you got Luch. Now I can play with Draisaitl. Luch can play with McDavid. Like, we have all these tandems. And we just, we did it. And Luch had a really good year that year. I had a career year that year. We made it to the second round. We lost Game 7 to Anaheim. But I think those are my best memories of playing hockey because I got to be a hockey player.
There it is.
Instead of being someone that I really enjoyed doing was fighting and sticking up for my team. I don't
You don't like doing it, Patty. Come on.
I don't like doing it every day, but I don't mind doing it. I mean, I don't care to fight and get beat up and say fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. But
That's not you, though. You're
not
a
dumping
hockey
the puck in or like turn the puck over at the blue line and getting yelled at because you're in the fourth line.
Yeah.
It just sucks. I finally got to play my style of play, use my hands, use my skill, and people got to see that. And obviously now I'm back to that, but it's okay now because I can play with that confidence still.
And you're accomplished now.
Yeah,
And I'm accomplished.
You did what you had to do, yeah.
So I've really enjoyed my time playing with Connor and Leon. Nugent Hopkins. I got to play, so many good players there.
Time to talk about our boy Dan Bellman. Bellman.com. That's with 2 N's, not one. BEHLMANN.com. Hey, check out the new inventory. Check out the pre-owned vehicles. You looking for a Chrysler, a Dodge, a Jeep, or Ram? How about a Cadillac or a Buick GMC? All in Troy, Missouri. Get your new wheels in time for the winter. Now back to the interview. Why can't they put it together, though? Like Edmonton in
what's wrong
general.
with
Like,
them?
what's going on in Edmonton? And not to, I know you're still a current player and all that, but like they got so much talent, and like for whatever reason they can't get over that hump.
Just more depth. I think they just need more depth. I mean, you have Connor and Leon in the pocket. You have Nugent Hopkins in the pocket. So you have 3 really, really good centermen. The problem is
Goalie, defense.
I don't
you have
know.
to
I mean, you
allocate the
can't
money
just
in a different way. Yeah.
you can't put all 3 of them together. Then what are you going to do?
Right.
So you got to find ways to find someone to play with Connor, find someone to play with Leon, find someone to play with Nuge, and kind of go from there. But I love those guys there. I think they're going to do an amazing job these next few years. They have a really good coach. They're on their way. I mean,
McDavid's a good teammate, good guy.
everyone's there. I mean, McDavid is who you see on TV. You're not going to find a better guy in hockey. Very humble, very competitive, cares about his players, cares about being a leader.
What's his place look like? I don't give a shit about that.
I've
What's his
never- I
fucking
never
house?
s-
He
was
never
in-
invite you to the house?
He's in a condo.
Oh, yeah.
And
He
we-
wouldn't fucking
built
make
a
it.
house now.
His house is ready, but we got canceled because of.
Can he walk around and just fucking women flock to him? Does he like? Is he like,
He's
get
got
away
a
from me?
girlfriend, Cam.
Is he like, get away from me? I'm a fucking pimp. Like, what, is he easy going to people? Like, he can't go anywhere in town.
I mean, no. I mean, you got.
Fuck no. You can't go anywhere.
He's got to hide. So
Yeah.
I mean, that must be hard on him. But he loves going out to dinners and likes hanging. I can only imagine what he's going through with pictures and stuff. But he handles it really well. He's an unbelievable all-star, and that's who he is. And you know, he's a competitor. He hates fucking losing, just like all of us hate fucking losing.
See, I like losing. I don't know about anybody else.
So I think they're gonna do good though. I think they're on their way to doing good things.
All right, can I ask you this though, man? Like, you win the cup here, you scored the big goal, you're in your hometown, and then last summer, like, it still took a while for you to get a contract, and the Blues don't even bring you back. Like, how hard was that for you? Like, did it hurt you that the Blues didn't bring you back after that?
What can I say here?
Say whatever you
say
want.
what you
homie.
think.
It's fucking podcast, bro.
No, I was pissed off because I didn't have a strong year anyways in the regular season. I thought I had a really, really good playoffs. I only had like 8 points or 7 points, but I feel like I was strong. I helped the team win. Our line was very, very effective throughout every series. Even though if we weren't scoring, we were doing something.
Yep.
I was just mad at free agency because I wanted something to give that like GMs will believe in me and like give this kid a chance, and I felt like there was nothing. And then kind of towards the end, Army knocked on the door and was just like, hey, what's going on with Pat? And I get it. His hands were tied with Sammy Blais and Sanford and Fabs and all these guys that were restricted free agents. I get that part of it. Like I wanted to go back, but I think it was – I ended on a good note with St. Louis. I came, did my job, whatever, and we left. We brought the first Stanley Cup back home. I'm just happy for Petro, Steiner, those Schwartzy, those guys that have been there forever that have been chasing that. But I think during free agency, I was more pissed off because, like, there weren't a lot of teams calling. And I was just like, why? Like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I just won a Stanley Cup. You'd think, hey, we need a guy like Pat to, like, come help our locker room, change their dynamic, or have a big body in the playoffs. And he can wear teams down below the top of the circles. Listen, I'm not going to score 20 goals for you, but I can do something for you, and whatever. Then, like, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before camp, Army calls, like, what's the deal with Pat? And a couple other teams were knocking on the door, and I was like, why now? I was like, and Tampa called, and Coop called, and Julian called, and, Coop called back and was like, hey, we want you. What do you think? And I was like, yeah, I want to come to a winning team. I don't want to go to a losing team. And there were some other teams knocking on the door. And then Army goes, what do you think? I was like, I would love to go back to St. Louis, but, like, we got to meet in the middle here. Like, I don't want to – obviously, I don't want to go less than what – obviously, I have to go less than what I was. And he's like, all right, let me see what I can do. And then Coops goes – and Julian goes, well, you have about 24 hours to sign this. So I was like,
they put the deadline on you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to Tampa. I made that own decision because I didn't want Army to just keep hanging me around because I didn't know what he was going to make. And I love Army. He did end up offering us after we signed. He offered us. So that was cool. I mean, he had to do his job, and he did his job, and he just waited to see what was best for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up going with Tampa because I think at the end of the day, like I said before, I came here, I did my job, and I had fun doing it, and we brought the first Stanley Cup back, and I've made friendships that will last a lifetime here now, and I ended on a high note.
Yeah,
No,
they'll never take that away from you. Yeah. But I'm curious, as a player, like when you win the cup, and again, it's different, man. You're from St. Louis, it's the Blues, and you're not here when they have the banner raising ceremony and they get the rings and all that, and you're still tight with so many of the boys here. You're talking to them. Was that hard, or was that not that difficult to be away?
No, it was
for
hard, especially when they went to the White House and stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Francesca tuned in on NBC and watched it from my couch, so it was good, though. Listen, I get it. It's a business. Army had to do his thing, and me and Army have a really, really good relationship now, and we always have, and which is going to be – it's just one of those things where – we're Stanley Cup champs together. We won together.
Who cares, man?
Who cares?
You're walking in infinity together. Who gives a shit?
So,
yeah.
But yeah, the banner raise we watched on the front on the front of our couch, and we watched it.
You Facebook Live it when you watched it? Were you drinking wine on the
Do
deck?
you think they should change that though? No, honestly though, do you think they should change that?
Change what?
Well, explain.
I think it's more awkward
Do you
for
know
the
what I'm talking
other
about?
guy. I think it's more awkward for the
For
other.
like Falk and them.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I
was watching.
Oh,
Why
that
don't they-
was awkward for Falk.
But that's why I mean, why don't they change that? If you're going to the goddamn White House, you're meeting the fucking president, and you did so much, and you're not invited to that. How can they not make that work? How can't they just bring?
Well, you think Tampa should say, "Hey, listen, go meet
Patty,
St.
go
Louis"?
I had a game
absolutely.
that day.
Yeah, but whatever. Like that should be part of it. Like that's part of it. You're a Stanley Cup winner. You meet the goddamn president, whether you want to or not. You get the option
Or
to
do
go
it
to
in the off season.
something. Like that's weird. You don't get to go see the fucking president, whether you like him or not. Like fuck that. I want to go to the White House. I fucking scored a double overtime winner against Dallas. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway,
No,
I'm
I
gonna write an
agree.
email. I'm gonna write an email to the league.
I agree with you. I think we need to find a way where everyone can go.
It's ridiculous.
They should just let
Falk
you go.
sitting there like,
you should
what
go
am I
knock
doing?
on the door, be like, "Hi, I wasn't able to come.
Hi, D. Trump. Where you at? Hi. No. Okay.
Can you let me in?" Well, will you guys go now? Next year?
I'm assuming we'll go.
I hope so. Pretty
once-
soon.
once COVID ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just be patient with that. You can
What
see
was
the White House, man.
What was it any different, like winning the cup this year versus last year?
Well,
Get
yeah,
outta here.
huge difference.
Come on, tell
Get
me.
out of here, though.
Explain
Get
that.
out of here.
Well, me being from St. Louis has one reason. Us being in a bubble, celebrating with no fans, winning with no fans. I think.
Did it feel the same, like in terms of like the accomplishment as a team? And all
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. It felt the same. Everything felt the same. I think the coolest part about winning the Stanley Cup in the bubble with no one around was just being with your teammates that you just went 2 months with, grinded with 75 days in a
Ugh.
bubble together, and you get to just hang out. There's no one on the ice. There's no one asking to take pictures. Everyone's not there. Obviously, I lived that last year, so I can't really talk on those other guys, but I thought it was just really neat to just be with the guys and just stare at the Stanley Cup. There's no one really around. You went back to the hotel, you chilled, you drank, you had fun, you woke up together, you're with the Stanley Cup again, you're with the guys again.
Where'd you wake up at? Were you guys all like crowded? Were you like at the end of the night when you won, you go back to the hotel, you're partying all night, where you're like, okay, guys, I'm going to bed. Did you go back to your own room, or you guys all just passed out in one room?
Or did you fly back?
No, we just passed out in our own room and then we flew back the next morning. So yeah, we hung out in the lounge and then we went upstairs to the lounge and we hung out. It was cool. I mean, listen, it's not like it was in St. Louis. We're in the middle of a pandemic, but you know when they said there was going to have a fucking parade, I was like, hold on,
On the water.
this is great.
Turn the lights down.
Hey, can I ask you real quick, how sexually frustrated were you in that goddamn bubble?
Oh,
And when you got
sexually
home and saw Fran, were you like, you over here now. We're
Oh, yeah.
going, baby.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go. Like, how
Oh.
bad? And I joke about it, but it's like, fuck
But I was
off.
so hammered coming off the plane too. She's like, "Oh,
Oh, you
God."
couldn't get it up. She's like, all this time and you can't fucking perform.
But I bet you it was hard for the family too, man, not to be able to be there, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it was.
big
I mean, when we got off the plane, seeing these guys with their kids running up to
Oh
them,
my god!
I
And
was
their
like-
animals.
I
Oh,
was
God.
crying with them because like 75 days. I mean, listen, I've done it my whole career, being away from Anthony.
Yeah.
I know what it's like. At the beginning for me is the hardest leaving them. The hardest is coming back for Christmas and then leaving them again. These guys, like I felt their pain. Like I've lived it this whole time in the NHL besides playing in St. Louis, and these guys never went through that. Just the 2-week road trips or the week road
Yeah,
trip
yeah.
here.
Right.
And to see them hug their kids and to see them cry and tear up a little bit. I mean, it was cool. Like first off, you won a Stanley Cup, you achieved your goal, and now you get to show your kids what Daddy did for
And
the
you got
last
home.
75
Yeah.
days when
You
he
could
got
breathe.
home. And I was like, those are the moments that you'll never forget. As a player, you can win all you want, winning the trophy, but like walking off the plane, seeing your kids, hugging them, watching you achieve your goal without them there. I mean that's awesome.
Yeah, John Cooper talked
He
about
probably
that
had a
too
hard
with
on
us,
walking
man.
off the plane too. I could only imagine.
Who, Patty?
Oh, everybody like, oh my, where's my wife? You, me, now. But I will say this. So like, what was the toughest part with you when it comes to
Mango.
When it comes to Anthony and being away from him in Anaheim, and you're like, where's he at? Like, was that tough for you? You have a kid at a young age. You had him in juniors, and you're not with her, And tell us about the balance. And other people go through this too, Patty. You're not the only one. I mean, this happens all the time. But to be away from Anthony, like, was that unbelievably difficult at the beginning stages in Anaheim?
Yeah, I think so. I think especially
You had a kid at a young age, man.
Yeah, especially in the minors too. I mean, I was
Yeah.
I was 20 when I had him, and you know, I'm playing in the minors, and
Grinding it.
I didn't really see him until I got back. So I missed his. I saw him when he was born. I got to fly back because he had a lung disorder. He had surgery. So I stayed back for 2 weeks before that all got healed up, and then that was it. And then I didn't get to see him until April. So I missed the first 7 months of Anthony's being born, basically crawling, walking. I was getting videos, and as a dad, you kind of look back and you wonder, like, did I do something wrong, or
No, you didn't. Fucking
why am I not
providing.
there for them? And I think he now understands. He really didn't understand when he got to like 3, 4. Like, why is he leaving? Like, why isn't mommy and daddy together, kind of thing. Yeah. And now he gets it. You know, he understands it. But it's just really hard on me because, you know, I only get that 3-month period of time with them, and then you guys know, like, you have to leave 2 weeks before camp, and it shortens it.
And you can't have him up there though. You can't babysit him up there.
No.
So you can't do anything.
Well, yeah, and I was single pretty much.
I know.
In Anaheim, my whole career, I was pretty much single until I met Francesca, and she moved up to Anaheim the year I got traded, and she would have to fly and get him, and my mom would have to bring him, or my dad would bring him. I mean, it was tough. Like, my brother Justin would bring him.
Yep.
I mean, it was.
Phil never did.
No, and that just sucked. It sucked because you miss. I wanted to be a father. Fatherhood's all about watching your kids grow up and watching your kid first crawl, watching your kids say the first word.
You
whatever.
miss all that? Did you miss when he started walking and stuff like
I
that?
missed all of it. So I mean, when I first left, I feel like he was walking to go back to camp again. I think they walk at that 12-month.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, maybe
My cat walked.
Cam-
I got a fucking cat. She started walking.
Cam
right
probably
away.
walked a little later than
Yeah.
that. Hey, everyone's different.
Yeah, so
We're
I
not
mean,
here to judge when you start
Neanderthal.
walking.
I mean,
Tall. I should say.
yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons.
Is it tough
yeah.
to see your teammates with their kids and stuff like that during the season? Like,
It is tough. It gets old. My kid's 12 years old now, and he's like, "All right, Dad, see ya."
Was
Yeah.
it was it tough when you're in Anaheim and your kid's back home and you have no control over what he's doing, what he's getting into? You're paying money back home. It's like you're not in control. Like, that must have been. And again, other people go through that shit. So it's like
it's frustrating because first off, when I was in Philly, he didn't communicate. So it's like you can't even talk to your own kid.
Right,
You can't even have that.
Did they even have
communication.
FaceTime
No.
back
I mean,
then?
back then I had a BlackBerry or flip phone.
Right.
And when I got to Anaheim, it was more, or Syracuse, it was FaceTiming and saying hi, but he doesn't know what the hell's going on. And then I think when I made it to NHL, I finally was like, he would come visit me in Syracuse. He came visit me in Philly, but he didn't know. He didn't know what the hell.
But he
He's
knows now,
confused.
man. He knows
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And now his dad's Pat Maroon, and you're making up for that, like, big
Exactly.
time. So your relationship with him now, like, through hockey, like, how much of your relationship is hockey, man, that he just loves watching you play and all that?
I mean, I feel like he doesn't watch me play.
No.
No, Phil, I told you, Phil's the one that watches them more than anybody.
No. Feels like I'm Pat's son.
I'm Pat's son.
Yeah, like I don't think
gonna lose
like
his
he
mind.
doesn't call me after games and be like, "Hey, Dad, good game." I mean, I wish he would watch more of my games, but hey, I get it. He's a busy kid. He's busy. But I think now he's starting to watch it now a little more and more. During the playoffs too, he watched a little more. He's getting more into it, like I said.
But Patty, I remember, like, when he walked into the dressing room after you scored the double overtime winner against Dallas, and, like, seeing him in the stands, and he's all emotional,
Crying and all
and
that.
then
Oh, I
having
shouldn't
him,
say that. Shouldn't say that.
Yeah, and having him walk into the room and stuff like that, man. I mean, you'll never forget that moment, ever.
No, I will never forget that moment. I think that's why we play the game of hockey, to have your family there and to remember those moments, to be like that. And that moment, I'll never score a bigger moment in my career and I'll never do it in front of.
No, you don't know that.
I mean, I scored my
You don't know
first
that.
NHL goal in front of Anthony in Nashville, so that was really special. But I think scoring that goal and having him cry, and then seeing that video made me cry because I get to go and hug him. It's not like I see it at home and I'm on the road or I'm on a different team and someone sends me a video of him crying and I'm like, God, I wish I was with him.
Oh, God.
I got to walk off the tunnel, get undressed, hug him. He got to come in the locker room. I mean, that's what it's all about. And I think I missed those days. I missed, when I played in St. Louis, I took him to school. I took him lunch.
In warm-ups, you say hey to him.
I say hey to him in warm-ups.
Yeah, it's the best.
I would pick him up from school. I mean, I would go to his hockey. I would watch his basketball. I was doing things that a father should be doing. Listen, I'm a busy guy during the summer. Sometimes I'm going to miss things. I get that, but he doesn't play hockey in the summer. It's like it drove me nuts that I couldn't do anything. Yes, does he play roller hockey? Yes, he does. He plays roller hockey tournaments. I enjoy watching him play roller. I really do. But, spending that time with him of, like, the little things, picking him up from school, taking him lunch, taking him to school. The little things like that goes a long way. Taking him to hockey practice. I mean, I can take him to as many tournaments as you want in the summer, but, like, I think just bonding together in that car after practice is, you know how it is, Cam. Like
until he plays like shit and you're looking through the rearview mirror and you're like, this is a long drive home. I'm giving you the stare down. You remember those days? Oh, yeah. We've all been through that. No, look, man, he used to work out with all of us. He hung out with he saw what it takes to do shit. Like, he's lived a great life. It was tough at the beginning. The only reason I bring that up is because a lot of other guys have go through that. You were in the NHL doing it. Imagine guys playing in the East Coast and stuff like that just – I don't know, man. It's a tough gig, and you're not military. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel sorry for too many hockey players. I get that, but you are away from your family, and you went through a weird phase with that with Anthony. I just wanted to.
Did you? So what's the plan with the cup? Like now, like you get to have your day. Like what are
we doing, homie?
Because I'm ready for round 2.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
Okay. I'm ready for another.
I gotta bring some more bouncers this time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's only 10 people allowed.
Oh, is that it?
Just like Thanksgiving.
So who are the other 8? Besides me and Cam?
No shit. Can I bring my cousin Derek?
Bring that old lady that attacked Cam.
Oh, that fucking broad. I shouldn't say that. She choked me out, and I didn't like it. You saw that, Patty. We're not going to get into it unless you want to.
Geez.
Unless you want to.
Cam wants to. Like, all day long, he was so excited.
Yeah, let me say something. We had the best. Listen to me. All y'all.
The best time.
All y'all motherfuckers. We had Patty set it up, and when Patty told me where the fucking Stanley Cup party was in St. Louis, I go, fuck yeah. You have a place that's in the middle of nowhere. You got a fucking private lake. You got this mansion everywhere. You got all our buddies bust in there. You have booze, anything you want. That was the best time ever. Patty, I'll tell you one thing. I remember sitting there with Kate, the Stanley Cup's reflecting over the moon. The reflection from the Stanley Cup onto the water at night. Kate and I are sitting there fucking getting our minds right, and we're looking over the water, and the Stanley Cup's glowing. And we look at each other like, where are we?
Even the Cup guys.
Then I jumped in the
This
water,
is
almost
one
drowned.
of the nicest places we've ever been for a Stanley Cup.
Oh, it's
party.
a beautiful place.
Yeah.
The Stevens did a good job of hosting and.
They weren't happy with us. The Stanley Cup guys were not happy with us by the end of the night.
Listen, it is what it is.
Who gives a fuck?
Shit
We had a
happens.
blast, dude.
Shit
We had a
happens.
blast, and if they're mad at us, so what? We won the Stanley Cup. Well, Patty won the Stanley Cup, and we fucking celebrated. All the Oakville boys, the South County boys. That was an absolute blast, Patty. And we're lucky Andy was invited to the whole thing, too.
I just walked on the bus.
He just walks the bus. Hi, I'm here.
So yeah. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen this year, so we'll find out.
I'll set it up for you.
How is Tampa Bay, though? Like, as a hockey market playing there, how much fun is that?
You guys would be shocked. They sell it every single night.
Oh, I knew that.
I've been to games
No, I
there. I
knew
mean,
that.
it's fun to.
It's fun to go to
there.
games there. It's a great city.
Where you living?
I lived on Harbor Island, so right behind the rink in those condos.
Perfect. So you could cruise right down to the rink. You
I
got
walk-
restaurants everywhere.
I walk to the
Fuck
rink
yeah.
or I scooter to the rink on game days and practice
Scooter,
days.
you got a scooter?
I got a scooter.
Nice.
I could picture Patty scooting down, hitting a fucking rock, blowing his tire like blah 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 blah. They tell me it's somewhat dangerous scooting around. Like Coop's like, Patty, there's a fucking like it might be too big for that goddamn thing.
No, so it's good. So we had a blast. I love it there. We did a lot of things. We walked everywhere. The dogs. I mean, the condo sucked because you have to bring the dogs back
Yeah,
up.
whatever.
So we're trying to find a house now. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because you got a 2-year deal.
On the
And
water.
That changes things, doesn't it? Like when you have that second year or whatever, you get a little security there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, Andy, I'm so happy to keep playing this game that I love. I've been fortunate to play with so many good teams, and a lot of people would love to be in my shoes right now. You know, I went back-to-back Stanley Cups. I've made a good career out of what I've been doing with myself. So, you always want the security, and I've always wanted it. Obviously, Anaheim signed me 2 years and then another 3, so it was nice to have that. And then, so now I have 2 years of leverage, and you know I can play my way hopefully into another contract. But you know I'm just happy. I'm happy to keep playing the game that I love, and keep playing for so many good teams. If you go down the list of teams, I've never missed the playoffs except I got traded. So I've been fortunate to play.
Yep. You're a playoff
with
guy.
You're a winner, dude.
You're a fucking winner, dude.
with a lot of good teams, and to go deep in deep teams, and with good organizations too, all top notch.
Andy Strickland and Cam Jansen here for you for GadgetBuyback.com. Gadget Lab, they got a store here locally if you're in St. Louis, 5541 Telegraph Road. Here's the deal. You got an old phone, maybe a cracked tablet. Maybe it's perfect, but it's a little bit older. Turn it in right now. www.GadgetBuyback.com. Upgrade your devices, phones, computers, watches.
Anything.
Doesn't have to be Apple either.
No.
Get those tablets turned in. Again, www.gadgetbuyback.com, 877-772-8880. Now back to the interview.
Yeah. So, okay, look, great career. What do you want to do afterwards? You're done playing hockey. Like, what do you want to get into? Like, are you thinking about that? Do you want to get into radio? Do you want to get into TV? You got great fucking hair right now. What the fuck you want to fucking do?
I might be a model.
Oh, me
No,
and
I
you
talked
both can.
Andy said he wants me on the show. He said there's a seat open.
There's a seat right open,
for you,
homeboy.
not for anybody, but for you.
So, yeah, I mean, I mean, this is fun. Bullshit.
Isn't it fun?
It's fun. I think.
You like making money bullshitting like this, huh?
I mean, it's easy money, isn't it?
Well, let's not time out on that. It's like, we both bust our ass on this shit.
Who's the guy, though, on Tampa Bay? Like, you have all these stars there. And, like, you walk in, you got a little bit of credibility because you've been around and you're a winner and whatever. And they hadn't won. And they had lost, obviously, after having a great year, whatever, losing in the first round. But who's the guy? Like, who runs the show there? Who's the guy that takes care of all the boys? Like, who really stood out for you? And like, this guy is so impressive on the ice, off the ice, just how he handles himself.
I mean, that's such a fucking hard question.
Stammer? But he didn't even play.
Hedman, Stammer.
What do you want? Like leaders?
Who's the fucking
Who
big dog
fucking
that walks
runs
in?
the show
Who
off the
fucking
ice?
says, we're going to my house tonight? I'm orchestrating. We're going to dinner tonight. Who's saying that?
Alex Kilhorn.
Oh, okay.
yeah?
The big dog.
Harvard.
Yeah, fucking big boy.
Harvard. Oh, yeah, he went to Harvard.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Harvard boy?
Stammer had to do a good job of doing the Halloween costumes. I mean, Halloween parties, Christmas parties. Yeah, I mean, those guys are great. I mean, they're fucking leaders. They do an amazing job of finding ways. But I think if you're going to go that direction, Andy, I think Alex Kilhorn does a really good job of like
setting
shit up on the road, setting shit up in town in Tampa. He's very vocal. Yeah, he's
the organizer.
He was more in the spotlight than them because obviously they have wife and stuff. So I think it's tough. So he was more the organizer. Tyler Johnson does a good job. So I mean, they did a good job.
So when you got your ring, you go on you're in Tampa. You get your ring. You remember this? Oh, yeah. He goes on the plane.
I interviewed him afterward. I thought the Blues did a great job with you, by the way, when you came in and got your ring.
You got your ring. It was awesome.
Ceremony.
You go to fucking thing. I thought you were going to toe pick. It would have been hilarious if you did, but you didn't. That's fine. We're all there. We're watching you. You do your thing. But then you go on the plane, and those guys are suffering, right? They don't have that ring. And you walk on.
And you weren't playing great hockey at the time, the team,
and
Tampa Bay.
But you walk on, and you're like, fucking taking like, where the guy's like, okay. Like, was it kind of weird a little bit? Like, if I
didn't take my ring with me.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Then what fucking picture did I see on Twitter when he's on the goddamn plane?
I don't know. He didn't. I was going to say.
Or no, maybe I was on the ice level.
Okay.
I was with Francesca and Anthony.
No, I knew that part, but I thought you took it and you're showing it off, and I was just looking at the
so
guys on that team.
So you left it back here?
Yeah, I just left with Francesca.
Yeah, that's for the best. What, are you going to wear it around fucking Tampa to the boys? Like, here, guys, look, you haven't done this yet, but I'll help you.
I've never worn it to an event yet.
Give it to me, I'll do it.
Safe.
What do you do with it?
Chaser does.
Nothing.
Chaser wears his.
He's got to put. Hey, he's got such small hands. He's got to put on 2
Did
fingers.
you get a ring, Cam?
Yeah, I did. It's a fake one though. Carlo Koyakvo gave me one. So Carlo, remember Carlo? I do a hit with Carlo on TSN.
He sent us a text like.
So he's like, I got a ring for the alumni. I go, what? And he sent me a ring. I go, oh, you got an alumni ring after all this shit I do for alumni? But it was fucking fake. And then he sent me a fake one.
There's a lot.
And I sold it for like 30 grand.
Fake ones.
Yeah. So anyway,
Is Coop the same guy that you've always like known since he was your coach back in?
Yeah, I mean he's the same. I mean,
hasn't changed.
I mean you have to change at that level.
Right.
I think you have to when you're dealing with professional athletes that make $10 million a year. I think you have to change in some way. You have to be a coach in a way where you have to handle those situations. So yeah, I think. Listen, going back with Coop, he knew who I was, what kind of player I was, and he knew what I would bring to the table. So it was awesome. I'm just so happy for him because he is a really good coach. He is a really good guy. He knows how to handle players. He's a player's coach, and he has that swagger that he molds into like the players to have that swagger when they leave to go out and touch the ice. So he's done an amazing job. There's a reason why he's the longest coach in Tampa history, and he found a way to get over that next hump, and he had to change a few things, and the team bought into it, and we won a Stanley Cup. So I'm happy for Coop, you know. So I know he's happy, and I know he's cherishing these moments. So I'm really happy.
He's
to be
loving
back
it.
with him.
he was on a pod. By
He
the
told
way.
a story about how you.
I guess I have to say, like, you can only win a Stanley Cup with me.
That's
well,
true.
you're gonna play
'Cause
40
he
more
won,
years. You keep
he
winning.
won the Robertson Cup with me. So I told him.
There you go.
So-
No, I'm just busting.
But he
Pass
won,
from the hip.
he won down down in the American League too. He told a story though how you sat next to Kucherov and brought Kucherov out of his
fucked
shell,
this up.
and then Cam's like, I don't understand. Why is he sitting next to you? I said, he said Cooch, not Coop. He thought that he was saying that you sat next to Coop
I'm like-
before every game, didn't sit in the room, would go sit next to him in the office.
I almost lost my mind. I go, Patty's sitting next to you before game. I go, why?
He said, no, Cooch.
He said Cooch.
You like Cooch, though.
Cooch.
You're always-
chasing Cooch around.
You're always best friends with the best players
He
on the
always
team.
is, eh?
Whether it's McDavid, Getzlaf, Perry, Ryan O'Reilly, Kucherov. Who's your best friend on Tampa?
Hedman.
Stamkos, Hedman, and Kucherov.
I mean, I feel like we all
And
get
Braden
along.
Point.
Yeah.
I feel like this year will be different. I mean, it's just I was different in the beginning. You're a new guy, right? So it's like,
You're a big dick now, dude.
So,
you've been there a year.
I mean, I feel like there's a good crew there. You know, it's not like I didn't have like a Ryan O'Reilly with me there, but yeah, I think I've had some really close friends there. I bonded with a lot of people there. When Zach Bogosian got traded there, I really bonded with him. I bonded with Ryan McDonough a lot. You know, I hang out with everyone. I mean,
I know you do, and that is the truth. How do you think Ryan O'Reilly will be?
I just don't. I don't think like when you look at someone when you say, "Oh, I hang out with this guy a lot." I mean, that means you're not hanging out with anyone else. So I feel like
I just hang out with the wealthy people.
Cam does.
I just hang out with all the top guys because they pay for my
I know
meals.
that's what I was getting at. But if O'Reilly's named captain, what kind of captain do you think he'll be?
I think he's going to be
Handsomest captain in the world.
that too. I think he's besides Petro. I think he'll be one of the best captains in St. Louis history.
Ooh, that's a quote right there. No,
One of the best.
He's one of the best.
Along
I
with
just said with,
one of the best.
he's going to have to beat Petro out, but I said
Yeah.
he'll be one of the best.
So you think Petro's the best?
Well, who brought the first Stanley Cup back?
Big deal. I know.
Did any of those guys do it?
They tried.
So that's what I mean. I think you got to be the best to beat the best, and I
Yep.
think Petro was the best, and he
I get
finally
that.
got over that hump.
Did you
I
shoot
get
the
that.
puck in the Dallas bench on purpose?
Fuck you. I'll answer that for you. Are you out of your fucking mind? Don't you fucking lie to me with that lovely hair you got.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
ripped. Coop yelled at me so.
yeah, he did.
He yelled
Did
at me.
he?
Fuck yeah, we talked about that with him.
But hey, it turned
Fuck
the
him.
series around.
What do you mean he yelled at you?
Well, he wasn't happy about
Well,
it.
you could have got a 2, 5, and 10 for that, dude. You could have got fucking
What'd you
booted.
get? A 2-minute?
No, it just
Nothing.
showed weakness. It showed our team was under stress and we were losing. Basically, it didn't feel like
Temper tantrum.
He's like, "Why the fuck did you do that?" Yeah, I get it. I fucked up. I shouldn't have never done that. But I wanted to start a Donnybrook somehow.
Fuck yeah. I know you were
And it
thinking, dude.
didn't. It didn't happen. So
They didn't do shit.
I mean, it was a muffin. Like, if people were chirping me,
That
like,
would have cut somebody open for 15 in the face, though.
Easily.
That would have cut some
No
ball.
way.
Fuck you.
well, I'm sorry, Dallas.
Fuck them. They're fine.
Did you say anything in the handshake line? No one brought it up, eh?
I don't think those guys like me.
Oh, really?
I think they do like you.
Oh, no. 2 years in a row, they don't like him. Come on
Exactly,
now.
dude.
They hate you, actually. But that's okay. You didn't have Bish this time. We didn't have the St. Louis flag.
Boston don't like you either.
Do you have a picture of that, though? Of you and Bish with the St. Louis flag?
The
You don't
picture-
have it?
The second best picture in St. Louis sports history, other than you and Ryan O'Reilly with the Gannis and the fucking
the
bows with the
plane.
2 fucking that's the best picture in St. Louis sports history. And the second one is you and Bish, in my
You
opinion.
think that's the best picture in St. Louis history?
The one right there with Ryan O'Reilly? Name me another one.
That's pretty good.
Name me
man.
another one.
Maybe like Stan
Go
the
ahead.
Man
And
Luke
all
Rock
you
or
guys
something.
all you guys in the comments, name me another one in St. Louis sports history. Name me another one.
I don't know
Oh wait,
anymore.
not you. I'm talking to the fans, and it doesn't make
Cam
sense
and
right
DJ
now.
King.
Me and King are fighting in San Jose at the rookie party when Eric Brewer yelled at me, and I almost fought him too. Fucking idiot. Good God, he was all over me.
All right, so when do you leave? I guess you don't know, right?
We don't know yet, so we're just hanging, just gonna try to get ready, skating, working out. So I just hate not knowing. I mean,
it's the
it's
worst,
so
dude.
fucking terrible. Like
It's like 2012.
like when you have a date, you're like, okay, I have 3 months to get ready, or I have 2 months to get ready. This is like, you don't fucking know.
You just don't know.
So
It's hard to stay in shape that way, man.
it's hard. Yeah. So I've been dialed in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and started skating. So we'll just kind of see what happens.
Well, Patty's in good shape because we have a ton of beer here, and he hasn't touched one of them yet. So that
I know,
means
he's
doing
not
fucking
drinking.
good.
He's
He
not
looks good.
drinking.
He's like 210 pounds right now. I'm kind of worried about him. Fran, start cooking some fucking food. Patty, you're the man,
and
though.
we got to say congratulations,
Yeah.
though. You just came back from
Yeah.
your honeymoon, though. You kind of mentioned that. I thought you were married like 10 years ago, but I didn't even know you weren't married yet. Like they've been like engaged for I don't know how long.
Well,
Not that
No.
long. Not
But-
as
but-
long as I was.
But congrats, though.
Thank you, guys.
That was nice. I texted you, then I texted you again.
I know.
Then I and I'm like, Patty's
He's
not
upset. He was so upset. He kept saying.
I go to my wife. I
he
go,
goes-
he's not texting
he
me
goes,
back.
Patty's not texting me back.
You
I'm like,
think he would know by the green text messages
That's
that
what
are
it was.
showing up?
That's what it was. It was
And-
green.
and-
He'd probably.
and I would
God.
say to him, I go, I don't know. He just texted me back, and he goes,
What the fuck you, Andy?
And
I'm like, fuck you, Andy.
And I said, dude, you're not texting him at the right number.
He
Yes,
probably
I
went
am.
back down in his basement and started shooting pucks at his
Oh,
damn cats. again, taking
my
them-
poor cat's got tortured. I'm stick handling the
He
fuck
was
out of
so
him.
upset that first thing he said to Pat when he walked in,
said, I go-
why
I-
aren't you texting me back?
I'm like
He's
from
like, I didn't
Kate
get
and
a-
I with
I didn't get
love.
a text
I
from
go,
you.
I go, congratulations from Kate and I with love, and I put like a little kissy emoji and nothing back, and I'm like, fuck this guy. I'm done with him. No, it's all good, Patty, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, thanks for coming on, dude.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah,
Fucking
appreciate it
A.
very much.
Hell yeah.
Congrats, man. Honestly,
Everything, on
Thank
everything.
you.
Great, man. People love
Keep
you here
doing
in
your
St.
thing,
Louis.
dude. Keep doing your thing. Oakville, bye. What's up? Who's ya?
Thanks, boys. You guys are fucking nuts.
Who's ya?
That was Pat Maroon.
Yeah, dude.
What's-
Yeah, dude.
What stood out to you?
His hair.
Long hair, eh?
It looks
It's
great.
like darker too. Does he color it black?
No, man, he used to shave his head all the fucking time. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he
God,
did.
let that mug grow, dude.
Well,
And he
you know
did.
what? You don't even know how nice your hair. Everybody out
I
there
know.
who wears your hair short all the time
If you
because
got a
it's
great
habit,
you got a great
you
hairline.
have no idea.
If you have a great hairline and your hair's been short for a long time, let that motherfucker grow.
And then you'll see.
Especially during quarantine time.
No
like
better
this.
time to do it than
Do
now.
it, dude. And then like take a picture and send it to me. And I'll be like, I'll pump your fucking tires up. Then you're gonna go wheel some chick that night. That's how it works.
If I would have told you Pat Maroon 8-9 years ago would have this type of career, would you believe me?
Was that before he started training with me?
Maybe.
I don't know. No, probably not.
You guys,
Well,
you
I don't
guys used to spar together and stuff.
know. Oh
like
yeah,
that, eh?
we all that shit. And then yeah, man, because he was really talented.
Can I give a
'Cause
shout
it's on
out real
him.
quick because I know when you guys
Yeah.
were on Chicklets and whatever, you talked about the time that you were sparring and Jake Wilson, who's our boy.
Ricky Wilson, Jakey Wilson, damn right, baby.
So, Ricky Wilson's nephew, Jake Wilson.
God, rest in peace,
and-
baby. Rest in
that's right,
peace.
That's right. And I love Jake Wilson, man. I sent him a text the other day,
Stud.
man. I said, don't change your game. He had that big-ass hit against Michigan playing for Arizona State. Got a ton of views.
Just like his other one did a couple
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago.
All over
Same hit.
the internet. And I said, don't change, man, because you know what? Hockey people who are watching, they know it's a great hit. They're seeing that. You got to stand out.
You don't think Dougie's looking
gotta
at that
stand
like,
out.
who's this motherfucker,
right.
motherfucking stepping up? What?
And you know what? And I'll say
he
this.
can fucking play.
He's dating Mary Lemieux's daughter, too. So,
Oh my God,
Oh, yeah.
have children.
like
Have-
right now, just
like,
have children.
No, seriously, have children with her. Okay, whether it works out or not.
So yeah, so
I'm joking. I'm
so
joking on that. Sorry,
your
Mario.
father-in-law, Mary Lemieux, he saw that too.
Oh, he's like, I'll fucking.
And your dad, Dave Wilson.
Didn't fucking
the
sign
man.
him. Didn't sign his ass, Mario. Because
He might.
your kids are going to be like the biggest studs ever. Because Jakey's like the most handsome cat in the world.
He is.
Like that. You want your kids to be studs? There you go.
That's right.
Sign the motherfucker. Let him make some money for your daughter.
The assistant GM for the
No
Pens.
shit.
Like, Jake, remember me, your coach? Can I have a job?
Fuck you.
Jake's the man, though. Keep doing that,
he's
man.
awesome.
I love seeing that all over social media, man. And people are
Hell
like,
yeah,
wow, who's
St.
this
Louis
kid?
tough boys, baby. They breed them tough here, except
That's
for
right.
Andy.
Is that true?
The St. Louis boys,
St. Louis
fucking
they're
shit kicking
all tough,
motherfuckers.
all tough.
Shit kicking motherfuckers.
Even guys
on
like
her.
Luke Cunnin, like people like the
They're
kid,
all tough,
you know,
dude.
first round pick of Minnesota.
All
Now,
tough.
now he's in Nashville. People all of a sudden want to go toe to toe with him, and then they learn. Real
Good
quick.
luck. He'll throw down the pipe. Go ahead, fight him. He'll throw down the fucking pipe.
I remember when
Get caught in the fucking jaw.
When you saw Luke at the golf tournament a couple years ago. You're like, oh, you couldn't stop looking at his legs and his ass.
I always
You're like,
creep
oh
every-
my god!
I go, Lukey, get over here. Let me look at you. Poor kid.
He's
He's
built
around.
like a
He's around
tank.
like Doug Armstrong. I'm like,
yeah.
Lukey, get over here, fucker. Jeez, I am embarrassed. I'm so
I know,
embarrassed.
man, but
What
he's
do
the
I
best,
care?
man. All the best in Nashville
Yeah, dude.
to
Oh,
Luke Cunnin.
stud.
Man, we just love.
Is he married?
And they're all 97s. Jake Williams a 97.
Is he married?
No, but he's got a longtime girlfriend. Beautiful girlfriend.
Because he's
yeah.
gonna be down in Nashville, and he's gonna be sniffing
Nah,
around.
he's the best,
oh my
man. He's the
God.
best. He's best. Great parents
Oh,
too.
the
But all
women.
those 97s, you know, Matthew Kachuk,
Fucking
Jakey
badass.
Wilson,
Yeah.
Luke Wilson, or
Pimpin',
Luke
dude.
Cunnin.
Pimping, dude.
They
Bad
are.
boys.
They
They're all
are.
bad boys, dude.
They are.
Fucking awesome.
They are.
Classy ass shit kickers, dude.
They
That's
are,
what it
man.
is.
So keep
Me and
doing
Bullock
your
were the
thing.
hillbilly shit kickers, and Patty, we're
Patty.
the hillbilly shit kickers. Those guys are the classy ones.
Yeah, they got classy pretty
They got
quickly.
class.
You know,
we're construction working, motherfucker. You know.
that's okay. Set
I
the
love
tone,
it.
man.
Yeah,
Set
dude,
the tone.
It is what it is.
I love it. I love it. So anyway, we appreciate Pat Maroon for jumping on the pod. Long overdue, and you know we'll get him on again
Of course.
soon.
Yeah.
There may even be a chair waiting for him.
Fuck Patty. I want
when
Phil.
his playing days are over. Oh, we got to get Phil on.
Philippe.
Phil was like our marketing
He's
director
so
for
fucking-
one day.
I
Remember,
love-
we hired him for one day. at like 12:30 at night, we did a conference call with Phil Maroon. We did like a conference
He's
call.
gonna lose. We can't talk. He's gonna lose his mind.
It was like
on
1 o'clock in the morning.
A lot of people are listening. To
All
this.
right, Phil, you're hired.
A lot of people are listening to this. He's gonna lose it. I love it.
We
man.
love you,
We
Phil.
love the family, dude. Shit.
Anyway, hey, Phil and Patty brought to you by CarShield and
Yeah.
CarShield.com.
Yeah.
Get that protection, structure the plan.
Patty's in the commercial.
He is.
That's
We're-
actually a really good commercial.
really good
Yeah, it
commercial.
is.
Yeah, we want to be in the next commercial,
Yeah,
actually.
I'll do it.
You know,
Yeah.
like sparring.
They'll have me do it, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, would they? Yeah.
I
Mention
think
the
we are
promo-
doing one. We are doing like
mention
a.
the promo code CAM. You'll save 10%.
We're doing one like a week.
I want to start like a just like a month promo code. We may have to change that.
Yeah,
Andy,
that's fine.
For like a week or
Yeah,
so.
we'll talk to him.
We'll talk to him about that. All right, Cam, say 10%. 800-857-2481. 800-857.
2481.
Good. CarShield.com. Get that protection today, and you can take it wherever you want. That's what I love about it, man. Like, they're not going to say you have to take it to Bill's Auto.
You gotta go to Bill's Auto. They're gonna charge you fucking
No.
fucking 80,000.
No, if you want to take it to
over.
Ron's Auto, you take
Yeah.
it to Ron's Auto. And then
I don't
they-
want Ron. He sucks. He's overcharging me.
You can go to Leo's Auto.
I want no. Fucking Leo slashed me in my face. Fuck Leo. We hate all Leos except for Leonardo DiCaprio, of course, because he's really handsome. But other than that, fuck Leo. I wanted to go to like George. The George guy is really good, but you get to pick. That's the point. You're like, oh, go to Leo. No, he's gonna rip me off and he's gonna slash me in my face. 'cause
We
he
like
sucks at hockey.
little Leo Koliakovo, too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
our
but
boy,
we
man.
can't even. I know. I don't know any Leos. That's why I brought Leo into the mix.
Leo Komarov.
I don't care about him. I care about Carla Koyakovo's little son Leo that
I know, he's a
broke his leg. and
battler,
stuff.
man. He's
I
a
know.
battler. Love that
God,
kid.
Leo, we love you.
All right, CarShield.com. All right, Bud Light Seltzer.
Yeah.
Cranberry. I mean, now is all of a sudden in the mix. Cam brought cranberry. Also brought grapefruit. We got pineapple. All the flavors.
buy
man.
all the beer.
Hey, get the ugly Christmas sweater packs. Check out those flavors that are in there too, or the original strawberry, cranberry, lemon, lime,
Mango.
and
Mango. I'll fucking say it. Mango.
Mango.
Put your mango on the turkey. What's wrong with you, Andy?
Baste it, dude.
Don't. What?
Baste it.
Base it with mango?
Don't people put beer on their barbecue and stuff like that?
Yeah, but not turkey. Oh, God.
You said you were barbecuing it.
Jamie, I'm looking at my engineer right now, who I love dearly, and he's giving me. What do I do with him? He doesn't know how to bar. He did. Do your kids eat?
I'm getting a girl.
Do your kids
I'm
eat?
getting a new
Because your
girl,
wife
actually.
eats like kale and protein shakes all day.
Yes.
You don't eat anything. As I could look at you right now. Do your kids fucking eat? Do they need to go to Uncle Cam's
Dude,
house?
they don't
Do
stop
I-
eating
What do they eat?
all day long.
Cardboard? What do you have for them? Air? Do they eat air pockets? Holy fuck.
Pockets.
Oh, I can't eat this because of that. I can't eat. You're so fucking picky. Like your poor kids, they'll never grow. You're eating fucking grass in your backyard like a fucking cattle.
Oh, they got the new sod in yesterday,
Jeez,
man.
they're eating the sod. The kids are eating the sod because they have no food.
Fresh grass.
Unacceptable.
BudLight.com, have it delivered to your door in time for the holiday season. The only thing you need for your upcoming holiday parties, even if you can't have anyone over. All you need is Bud Light Seltzer, even with the families.
Look, have your family over, for Christ's sake. Everybody's so depressed. Don't have more than 10 people, fine. But have your family over. If you're worried about your elder coming over because of COVID, then I get that. That's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to be happy and have a smile on your face, have your goddamn family at your house.
Should you wear the mask?
Man, whatever. It's your family. I don't give a shit. I don't know, man. I don't want to be. I wear my mask everywhere I go.
Me too.
I do my shit. I do everything I'm supposed to fucking do.
A purple Crown Royal mask.
I have a purple Crown Royal mask. I get complimented everywhere I go. Okay? But if your family, you haven't seen your goddamn family, and it's Thanksgiving time, and you need to be happy, and you want to see your loved ones, bring them to your goddamn house. Okay? That's it. And smile and love each other and be happy.
Okay. Good advice, man.
Mother.
Good advice. Good advice.
Well, we got 9. They got to do 10. Enjoy yourself.
But you got to make that list of it. If you have
I'm
to make
stop
that
it.
list.
Don't make. Stop.
You got to cut some
It's
people
fucking
off.
Thanksgiving. You love your family. Hang out with your family.
Except for the drunk uncle.
Except for John and the fucking kid that's crying.
If they have to go, they got to go.
They go in the garage. Lock them in the garage.
Eat outside.
Start the car. Lock them in the garage.
All right.
Kidding.
Keep it handsome. KeepItHandsome.com. You know it. Get that Fight Ugly hoodie. You see the Instagram, our picture with Patty. We did one with Matthew Kachuk. And we've sent it out to a number of former guests, too, man. You'll start to see more and more of this. We're fighting the ugly. We're fighting the bullies.
Yeah.
We're all about anti-bullying.
Yep.
And we're all about supporting the Montreal Resource Center, which proceeds of our sales from our hoodies go back to the Montreal Resource Center.
Man, doing good, baby. Doing good.
So check that out. You can buy it on Instagram as well. But if you buy, on Amazon. But if you buy it from KeepItHandsome.com, mention the promo code Cam and Strick, you're going to save 15%.
Easy peasy, baby.
How about
and
that?
it goes into a great cause, man. Anti-bullying. We've all been there.
So I want to see those pictures. Put them up on your Instagram, tag us, Twitter, whatever. Let me see those Fight Ugly hoodies for a good cause, man.
Y'all.
Be on our team. Fight the ugly. That's what we're doing with KeepItHandsome.com. Bellman.com. You got to get from point A to point B, man. There's only one place to go. BEHLMANN.com in Troy, Missouri. Cadillac Buick GMC on one side of the street. Then you got the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the other side. Best customer service. Just real quick, 5 seconds. Like what kind of customer service?
They don't have swinging dicks. Is that what you want to say? None of that. Your wife can go in there and she's not creeped out. That's it.
Okay. At VictorHockeyUSA.com. Check them out. Instagram, Twitter. Got
Love
some
them.
sick-ass hats coming out. We're collaborating
They're helping
with
us
Victor
too, by
Hockey.
the way. They're
They're
great.
the
We
best,
love you guys, man.
They are the best.
Help them out. All you guys, man. You guys are so devoted to us, and I see it every single day. Help guys out like that, man.
VictorHockey.com. That's the
That's
website.
it.
Check out all the selection, man. Unreal website.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
VictorHockey.com. Instagram, Twitter.
I want to go to Colorado. I
want
want to go to Colorado with him. By
Yeah.
the way.
Oh, yeah.
God.
We got to go.
Dude, I
I
looked
go
at his
every year.
place.
I mean, whatever.
Sick.
Yeah.
He's fucking getting
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It's mine. I love
I
it.
get in his mind right now.
I love it.
Okay. VictorHockey.com. At VictorHockeyUSA. All right. This has been the Cam and Strick Podcast. Episode number 93.
Nedved.
with Patty Maroon. Also, check out our website. And listen,
Yes, our website.
Yeah,
Everything's right there.
www.camandstrick.com. If you missed an episode, dude, just
It's
scroll
right
through 'em.
there.
You're
We
going to be
gotta
like,
pump that up.
somebody asked me today, you guys need to get Don Cherry on. I'm like, we had him
They asked
on.
me that the other day,
Did
and
they?
somebody else asked me about it. I'm like, we fucking just
I
had
know.
him.
They're like, you should get Eric Lindros on. We had him on. You should get Mike Madonna on. We had him on.
Hey, Lindros ain't coming back on because I fucked that whole thing
oh,
up.
my God.
See, I'm so embarrassing. We'll talk about that.
We're going
next
to have a
time.
best of coming out.
Yeah.
That'll certainly
That'd be
make
funny.
it. But check that out. And anybody out there looking to sponsor the podcast, you're like, how do I
Yeah,
get
man.
in touch with these guys, man?
We'll take
Just
care
go
of
to the
you.
website. You can figure that out. You can always send us a direct message on Instagram and Twitter,
Everything. We'll get it.
and we'll bring you on board, man, and we'll treat you the right way, and we'll
Be
take
part of the team.
and we'll take your business
part of the team.
to the next level.
We're all doing this together. We're growing together.
Next
We're
level.
not where we need to be yet. Andy and I, this is our fucking baby. This is our fucking livelihood. We bust our ass every single day. So if you jump on, it just helps us grow and help build this goddamn thing. We want to build it all. We want a fucking team, man. This is a fucking, it's our army, baby.
Let's grow together.
That's fucking our army, dude.
Come
We'll
gr-
take over the world.
Come-
Let's go.
Come grow with us.
Yeah, dude. We'll
Grow
take
with
care of
us.
you. My engineer's giving me that look.
All right.
I love it.
Episode number 93. in the books on the Cam and Strick Podcast.